Hey, resellers, I am so excited that you have joined me tonight. Welcome to everybody. Welcome if you're watching this on the replay, and I have something special for you guys.
All right.
And here's my special guest.
Yeah, you need to get me some more money. I can't keep. Oh, sorry.
Oh
no! What's up?
Oh my gosh. You guys, we are so excited about tonight. Let me just tell you, I hope that played okay. It did on my end, like the way we saw it. I think it made sense.
It played on my end. I saw it.
Okay. Do you have YouTube pulled up also?
I have it over here. Yeah.
It played up. Right. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Good. You know, StreamYard's like a lot of trial and error for me. I don't exactly know what I'm doing. So I had to get the beatbox intro out there. John, you know, a local boy actually did that beatbox intro for me.
I did not. I was actually going to ask you about that.
Yeah, he's in my son's grade and he beatboxes. He's extremely talented. And I was like, can I pay you to do a 10-second intro for me? And like Strickland is actually in there. If you listen to the
I was going to ask you, I said, is that made for you? Because I thought I heard Rachel Strickland or Strickland in the
Yeah, it is made for me. He's super, super talented. And he's actually the same kid that drew the Lego Joker back here.
My favorite characters, not the Lego one, but just Joker in general. I love it.
The Joker is?
Yeah.
Now, is there a wrestler that that does the Joker?
Well, not the Joker. There's one that does.
I guess that's licensed, huh?
The Crow, very similar to the Crow. Sting did that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It looks like we have some people here that we want to say hi to for sure before we talk a little bit about you guys. So my husband is here. He's excited. He's gonna join us a little while later too. I think he's laid up resting after he had a long day at work today, but he'll be down here later. The eclectic element is here. Happy Friday, everyone. Excited for tonight's live. Lori Mama with the camera is here. Hello. And I see Adam Pittsburgh Picker. Time for a little Friday night fun. I missed their show last night and I hated missing it. We had a bunch of stuff going on last night, but I love that Thursday show. Hello, Amanda. Oh, dang. Amanda looks so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
I almost curled my hair tonight. Now I'm like, I should have curled my hair. Look how pretty
I did too. See, I did it for everybody.
I picked a picture of you for the thumbnail that specifically you had like all your hair shown because you're usually in a hat, and I was gonna put you in a cowboy hat, and then I cut the top of your head off for the hat anyway, and you couldn't even see. But it was the
I just don't like doing my hair. I have hair.
He has pretty hair.
He does have pretty hair, and he always just wears a hat instead. It's crazy.
No.
Girl, quit. You're gonna make me blush.
Here is Abel's Treasures is with us. Hello, everyone. I hear this is where the party's at tonight. I hope so. You guys will I hope y'all bring a lot of energy because I was telling John I woke up feeling kind of crummy. So if I have to cough a little bit, I promise to mute my mic, you guys. My folks are here. Mom and Dad are here. Hello.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Trevor 10th Street Market is here, and Miss Q is here.
Hey, Miss Q.
Scott the Cha-Ching King. Hello, Scott.
Nice
Scott with one T. Leon Buck is here. I'm super glad that you're here, Leon. I saw your live earlier, and you were live with like 3 other people. I jumped in, but then I didn't end up saying anything in the chat. I should have said hi. I had a tough time leaving Dom's live. They were talking D&D. Oh, is that Dungeons and Dragons? Is that what that is?
Yes, that's awesome.
Are you a Dungeons and Dragons fan?
No, I have never done that. I've never played that. I mean, I've got some friends that do it.
Yeah, never had a desire.
I've just
Neither of your boys are into it?
No.
Doesn't quite.
Some of their friends are, but
football. Yeah, my son's his cross country coach, well, it's not his cross country coach anymore. He's not going to coach it next year, but the coach is like heads up the D&D club or group or whatever at their school. Like, so it's just so funny because you don't typically mix like athleticism with Dungeons and Dragons, but one of the coaches is like the
I wasn't going to say that.
I did. It's okay. I mixed a lot of things I probably shouldn't.
It was like they play a lot of sports. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. SSK promo is here. Oh no, Mr. Bill is here. Everyone knows John. I always want to say it like that. I'm going to have a lot of trouble tonight projecting. I can tell you that. And I might need to get some more water here in a bit. Trevor, I was a nerd long before it was a popular thing. I don't mind being a nerd. Like, don't call me a dork, but I definitely don't mind being a nerd. Do you think there's a difference? What's that?
Buddy Jesse's here.
Did you say Jesse's here?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let me get down to Jesse. All Star Vintage is here. Drew is jealous of your hair.
I'm jealous of his beard. Have you seen his beard?
No.
He'll be on it in a minute. It's just like
it's pretty handsome. Matt MF Flips is here. Hang on, let me take care of these people right here. I hope I didn't block anyone else. Okay, someone else must have already got that for me. My cough sounds awful. Did it? I don't know if he's being sarcastic. I think that's the first time I coughed on. Okay.
No, your cough sounds beautiful. Just keep doing it. It's awesome.
Thanks. It's like music, right? Avery's All In is here. I was watching a premiere of theirs earlier.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt you. Nashville Flippers. I'm just going to tell you, if you keep up that kind of talk, I will come to Nashville. He said WWE fans are dorks. Come on, bro.
No, that's 100% the truth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, absolutely. But you should watch the video that they just dropped because there was a lot of collectible stuff. I don't know if that they had any wrestling stuff, but it just reminded me of the kind of stuff that you guys like to buy because it was all collectible stuff and it was a storage unit.
Oh, wow.
Jesse is here, and you guys are going to take care of the bots for me, I'm sure, because if I click on them, it tells me they were already taken care of. They were talking about how valuable the vintage Dungeons and Dragons stuff from the 80s is. Yeah, I've heard that.
It is. Even, the books and stuff that they play by for the different scenarios, you can get a lot of money for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
WWE fans are dorks. It's true though. It's true. Lego fans are dorks too, and that's me. So I'm not dorks, nerds. Don't call dorks. You guys are dorks though.
Oh my God.
Like my son watched wrestling when he was little, and I was that mom to like take him to the events, and I hated every single second of it. Oh my gosh, I hated it so much.
We may or may not be going to one pretty soon.
Yeah. Jesse, I mailed you something yesterday or today, and Trevor, I mailed your wife something. Yes, I finally got them both out in the mail. Even though I ship every single day, if I tell you I'm going to send you something, it'll take me like 12 months to actually send it out to you. Leon, it's after 2 a.m. there. Yeah, he's in the UK. That's pretty late, so I can understand if you don't stay.
I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, so
You did?
Yeah, I left at 3 and got home around 6.
Right. Drew lets me sleep until at least 7 every morning. But this morning and recently it's been like at least 7:20 because I haven't been feeling very well. Yeah. Marcus said, it's my favorite people. He must be talking about you guys.
No, he's talking about you. Marcus is my favorite people.
Renee's Retro Relics. We're so glad that you're here. Yeah, I don't want to miss any of you guys, but I want to give John and Amanda a little opportunity to talk about the channel that their family has. If you are looking for a good reselling channel that is super family friendly, a lot of my audience is. That's probably why they're my friends and followers or subscribers online, is because the family friendly element. So if you guys haven't heard of Bama Pickin and Grinnin, John, do you want to give them like a little bit of an intro about your channel?
Yeah. First of all, just thank you, Rachel, because even in the beginning when we were starting out, I think I sent you a message on IG and you reached out to us, watched us, and have promoted us ever since. And just thank you first and foremost before we even say anything about the channel. A lot of our growth is because of people like you who have invested in time into us and promoted us, and we appreciate it. We're, like you said, we're just a family who loves to spend time together. We don't have a lot of time. I work a lot. The boys have a lot of activities that go on. But I love to thrift. I've been doing it for a while. And so just started getting them involved. And we didn't plan on being a family channel.
No.
It just turned out that way. I mean, basically
it's hard not to.
It turned out that way because that's who we are.
Mm-hmm.
We spend a lot of time together, and we just enjoy each other's company. We're goofy. We tease each other, play around, and that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a family just spending time together, doing some thrifting. And not everything we put on our channel is just about thrifting. We get you into our life, and then we tie in how thrifting may have either funded this, or like we've got a Christmas video that we'll be sending out pretty soon that just shows how thrifting helped us pay for our Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It pays for vacations, all kinds of stuff. So, and then I also show unboxings of toys because I like toys. So, yeah, I
feel like thrifting pays for a lot of like your collectibles. And
let me give you an example of something. This just came in today. I just opened it up before we came on. That's why I was late.
I'm trying to grab your channel. Hang on a second. I want to see what you have. I'm trying to grab this so I can put it in the chat. Oh, that's so cool.
If you don't know what this is, does anybody know what this is?
Is it a transformer?
No. Oh. Don't you laugh. There's nobody. I didn't even invite you.
Thanks a lot, Eli. It's Eli laughing at me, isn't it?
No, it's Ari, by the way. But this
it's something wrestling then. If Ari's laughing about it.
No, he's laughing because they make fun of me because they say it's a ripoff. It's a ripoff of G.I. Joe and Transformers
and Power Rangers.
Shut up. So this is a cartoon called M.A.S.K, and these cars transform into different things. And this was the main character called Rhino. Yeah, somebody put it right there. M.A.S.K ? Exactly, M.A.S.K. There's a comic book of it. I really liked it as a kid. This is the main one. It's very hard to find in this good a condition.
Huh.
But I never would. Found it on Mercari.
Nice.
And so tying in with thrifting, I would never buy something like this if I didn't have extra money just to spend like that we make during thrifting, because I got this at a real cheap price. I paid right around what, 150 bucks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's $150 toy, but it didn't come out of our regular account. Right. It came out of our thrifting account.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that I show people too, is you don't have to do this just to make a living. You can do it to make some extra money to buy things you normally couldn't afford to buy.
It looks a lot because I mean, you work a full-time job, and like Adam wants to know, will you guys ever go full-time? But I feel like that's not really your goal. Your goal is to have fun with it. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah, that's right. I work full-time. I also what's up? We got everybody watching now.
Back here.
I work full-time. I work in the ministry as well, and then we do this on the side. So God blessed me with a really good job. I work in auto manufacturing, been doing that for 12 years, and have started from the bottom and worked my way up into salary positions, and just really been blessed at that. So it's not that we want to do this full time. I would love to one day just say yes, that'd be full time, but that's really not our goal. Like you said, it's just to have a good time. Look at this clown.
How's it going?
Do you know this one is? This one is.
Yeah. Where's Aria?
Hey, stand back up. You look better. There you go. You look great.
yeah, you don't want to show that hair, do you?
I already showed my hair. Thank you.
They look like your bouncers back there with their heads cut off like that.
It's so warm over here.
Yeah, we have a heater.
God.
They said stalker in the background.
So that's our oldest, Ari, if you don't know.
Introduce the family, because not everybody, knows everyone.
Okay, so of course you met Amanda, my wife. We've been married going on 22 years. High school sweethearts. This is Eli. You see him in a lot of videos. You've actually seen him kind of grow up on this channel. His voice has even changed. Go back and look at some old videos.
Hey, Dad, could you come and look at this?
His voice, like in your early videos, reminded me of my oldest son, like at his age, like twins practically. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like watching my son when he was that age.
Yeah, he had a little chubby face, and he would always go get deals. He would go up to them. Can I get this for $5? And I'm like, dude, you're crazy. They're not going to do that. And he walks away and goes, I got it for $5.
No. Yeah, it's hard to say no to a kid. Secret
and
weapon.
Ari and them called it he had cute freckles, freckles.
Aww.
And so this is Ari. This is my oldest son. He goes every once in a while. It's not really his thing, but he hangs out every once in a while with us just to have some good time with us. And he's the wrestling man. He loves wrestling. He wrestles in high school. Actually, we just had senior night the other night for him. And yeah, so
Senior.
Yeah, he's a senior.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was listening to his story. You guys were on with someone and he was talking about like kind of struggling to find exactly like what his niche was and like what you were into, Ari, and how you found wrestling and were just like, where has this been all my life, and really loved it. I really enjoyed that story. That was like eloquent and well put together, like well spoken. Your boys are well spoken. I mean, I know they're goofy and I love that about your whole family, but they're still like, they're so well spoken and like, yes, ma'am, no, sir. And
they love to breathe, so they have to do that.
Like I'd love to breathe right now.
Yeah.
I almost put on the thumbnail whenever I posted over on Instagram, I almost said, John's on with me tonight, so you guys know how to pray for me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think we just put up a video yesterday, and I think there's a part in there. I forgot I even said that. I was like, now you know how to. Y'all need to pray for me. Put me on the top of the prayer list. And it was because of her. She started.
Oh. Well, I was like, if anyone has not seen the show, they're gonna be like, what is she talking about? And they might not have gotten. Scott wants to know if you guys have been married 22 years in a row.
Yeah.
No, divorced, then married, then remarried, divorced. No, 22 in a row. We've been together, what, 20?
Well, going on 27 years.
27 years together and married for
22.
Yeah.
And met in high school?
Never broke up.
Never broke up.
Oh.
We both came out of real terrible relationships. And, I looked at her and she looked at me. I was like, I'm not in it to break up and play games. If you just, I'm just not doing it anymore. So,
is that what you tell your boys? Like, don't date someone unless you can see yourself marrying
I just tell them don't date, period.
Don't date. Yeah, my oldest is 15 and doesn't have a girlfriend. He doesn't seem interested in it. Drew wants to know if he should bring my family down, and that's going to be a no, because my 5-year-old would just have everything ripped off the walls, and he's so rowdy.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh,
Somebody had a Royal Rumble question.
Somebody had a Royal Rumble where?
Let's see. Somebody up at the top.
Hey Ed, glad to see you. And Lisa is here also. She said you have a beautiful family. Who is it? Where's this question at? Go ahead and read it if you see it.
I'm looking.
Right there.
Where?
No.
Nashville. I think it was the Nashville Flippers asked, who do you think is going to win the Rumble tomorrow?
Oh.
Because that's always a hard question. It could be someone that they've already announced, or it could be the 8 people that they haven't announced.
Are you going to?
No, I'm not, because I'm not going to do it till tomorrow. I'm not going to predict anything because they haven't announced everyone that's going to be in it.
Oh my gosh, the times that we did go to wrestling, like we would have to go, get the extra backstage stuff and go do that, and then I had to like stand in line and look enthused to take my kid's picture with these folks, and you can tell I'm not a wrestling fan, right?
I got him the front row seats one time, so we were right there on the little gates around that. And that was pretty fun.
What do you mean one time? We're usually up on the floor near them.
We're on the floor, but remember that one time we were at the front?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were even like sweat flying over your head type stuff.
Where you did not hug the wrestler. I will always bring that up. What?
Oh, that's
Johnny Knoxville is not going to win the Rumble.
I hope he does.
He is not going to win the Rumble. He is there just for gimmicks.
I gotta say hi to the Hoogs, who just confirmed with me.
What did you say?
If Johnny Knoxville wins the Royal Rumble, I will eat my own sock.
Oh, I mean, anything could happen in fake wrestling.
Wrestling's not fake.
The Papa Smurf could win for all you know.
You're gonna get him started,
the type of wrestling he does isn't fake, but this WWE stuff is
not fake.
It is not. You're right. I'm sorry. It is not. It is real. I hope no one gets hurt. The Hoops are here.
What are you talking
about?
Oh my god.
And I forgot to say, okay, they just confirmed that they're going to be on into maybe it was 3 weeks. Yes, in 3 weeks, they're finally going to be on. They're about as hard to nail down as you are.
Who's that?
The Hoogs.
Oh, really?
Yes, but they're going to be on in 3 weeks. So everyone mark your calendars. And Random Chick Picker is here. Leanne told me a fun story today. You know, she's from Alabama also.
Yeah. Good.
Did she ever tell you about her name?
No.
I'm not going to tell the whole story. You'll have to ask her. But she originally wanted to go by Bama Pickin.
Really?
And that's how she found you. So
I'm
now you're
sorry.
Now you're gonna have to ask her. That's kind of the whole story, but not everything that she said. But I just thought that was so fun. So apparently she really likes your name. It's a very catchy name.
Oh,
You know,
well, thank you.
I was like, that is so interesting. Hey Zach, I'm so glad that you're here. Pat D said Stone Cold is gonna win. I don't think that's a possibility, right?
I'm still on it because I have proof that wrestling is not fake.
Oh my
I
god.
believe you. Dude, I totally believe you. I'm sorry that I said it. You set
I'm
me
sorry you
straight.
said it too.
You have set me straight. Like I'm on your side
Because if
now.
you ever watch the show GCW, it is a
Every
hard
other
R
Wednesday.
version. It is a hard R version of WWE.
Carissa's here, and she's a fellow wrestling fan. If you
That's
ever
right.
want to talk wrestling with someone, Carissa, everyone that lives in Texas is a wrestling
I have
fan.
5 guys over tomorrow watching. We're all wrestling fans.
See, are any of them from Texas?
No.
No.
Well, I'm surprised.
Maybe they will move.
Ed says he doesn't know anything about sports. The only sports we really follow in our house is running, which I mean, a lot of people would not sit down for hours and watch, a marathon or an ultra. We'll sit down for 40 hours. We're not sitting there for 40 hours, but for 40 hours, we've got on one screen or another, like an ultra marathon, trying to see like who's the last man standing and something like that. They might not even really be running. Maybe running's not real.
Your
For all I
husband,
know.
your husband is a mess. He goes, Star Wars was real.
No one even said anything about Star Wars. I went to a wrestling match once and that some guy was going to wrestle a bear. Really?
I can believe
We
it.
saw the Dollar Tree Power Rangers.
Yeah, the amateur wrestling leagues around here.
I want to tell you, that was the most fun. If you've never done amateur wrestling,
That stuff's great.
I mean, the sign was like a piece of poster board with a crayon. It said wrestling this way. That was the best night I've ever had. I paid hundreds of dollars to see real WWE live, all that stuff. And to watch them over at the Baptist church underneath the lights
$25
was the best. I've
Really
ever-
at the church?
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
church. Yeah.
Oh, that's
They
hilarious.
prayed during intermission. It was awesome.
Get out.
It was fun. But we
Oh,
made a whole
boy.
lot of fun out, people.
Scott's cheering for you to have to eat your sock. I'm pretty sure.
I am too, because I've seen his socks before.
Oh, Drew's got a point. Johnny Knoxville has been beat up way worse, like than what anyone
Okay.
can.
Johnny Knoxville has been
Is
beat
he
up
really
way worse.
wrestling?
Johnny Knoxville has never wrestled a day in his life.
Hmm.
Johnny Knoxville has not gone in the ring to actually do wrestling.
Bro, you're yelling at me.
I
Is
know.
he in it?
A little too excited.
He's
Is he
he's
in
gonna be
it?
in it. He's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
David
Oh.
Arquette did something similar. If you know David Arquette, he was in Scream. What else is David Arquette in? He's a nut.
David
Yeah,
Arquette,
I know who he is.
Yeah, he went and actually did wrestling for a while too.
Raid Rumble.
Ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Pat D said, "What?" And I'm not sure which part about, but thanks a lot for the super chat, Pat. I really appreciate that. That's gonna buy me like a I got this new taco at Taco Bell the other day. And it was so delicious. I'd ordered a few other things with it. And then when I tried it, I was like, holy cow, I should have just ordered like 7 of these. And so I went back up there after I got done and I ordered a second one and they left off half the ingredients. Like the same people working. I was like, yep, that's a one-time thing. I'll never have that taco again.
Yeah,
So-
you must have went to our Taco Bell.
I don't know. It was called like a veggie fiesta veggie burrito, and I ordered it without any of the dairy products like the cheese and sour cream and stuff, and it was just so good. Annie's here. Hi, Annie. And Scott. Scott is here. Let's see. Running. So I don't want to pick over you guys, but I'm gonna scroll to the bottom. Karen, I'm glad to see you. Dave the Gent is here also. Yeah, so you guys tell me if I missed anything big in skipping over there, but we're going to talk about something really, really good that happened on eBay or in reselling in general. Because I know you sell on Mercari also, right?
I do. I sell more on Mercari than eBay. I just started eBay not too long ago. Well, got back into eBay.
I'm closing my Mercari account. I feel like we can't further this conversation without me asking you how you feel about everything recently going on in Mercari.
I have heard this. You talking about the stories like for the Nurse Flipper and Bolo Buddies?
Yeah. But their accounts just, randomly and apparently erroneously being shut down. Courtney got hers reinstated, and I think Kat announced on her live that hers was reinstated. But like when they reinstated Courtney's, it was kind of just an email that was, we closed your account in error. Here it is back again. With the extra work of her getting it reopened. I've only ever sold 2 things on Mercari, so it's not going to break my heart to close that account. They've never let me list more than my original 100 items that I listed.
Really?
Like, I have a 1,400 item eBay store. I wanted to cross post everything I could over to Mercari. I did 100 items in one night, and they said, you have to sell more things before you can continue listing. I sold one thing. They wouldn't let me list anymore. I sold a second thing. I took things off as they were selling on other sites because everything was cross posted,
Right.
and they've never let me list another thing on there.
I haven't had that experience. For us, even right now, in the last month, it's outsold eBay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we're cross posting. That's the only 2 that I cross post is whatever I put up on eBay. I just put it over on Mercari, and we've seen more sales on Mercari right now than eBay.
Who's on the back of that shirt that he walked away with?
Come here.
What shirt do you got?
Do you go to school with that?
I've done it before.
Just wear that. I had this poster. I talked about it last week of me, like this life-size poster, and I hung it up in my son's room once. He woke up and he's like, "Why is this poster like hanging in my room?" And so I'll randomly hide pictures of me. I put pictures of me in his locker. That's interesting. That's interesting though, because like Mercari is so big for you, so I could see you saying, that could have happened to them, but even if it does, I could get it back. Because that's like more how I overlook things on eBay or even on Poshmark. I'm like, things happen, but it's so good to me. But Mercari's not good to me, and that's probably why I'm just like walking away from it.
Yeah, I've got close to 1,000 sales on Mercari.
Yeah.
Nice. To my 2.
So we've been pretty steady on Mercari, and see on eBay I got burnt pretty early when I started reselling and had a real bad taste. So I discovered Mercari and kind of stuck with them as a eBay boycott.
Gotcha.
And then just a couple months ago,
Right.
I started listing a few items on eBay.
We liked better how they were paying out this time.
Yeah.
We just felt like the fees were too much the last time we were doing it a few years ago.
It was like they were nickel and diming you every time. I couldn't understand why they kept charging me this and that and the other. And it was just, I was new at it too, and I was confusing. I just was like, man, this is just too much. I can't really tell what's going on with it. And so I like eBay now. It's doing pretty good. We've had some good sales on eBay, and don't get me wrong. I think it's just what type of stuff you're selling. Mercari has like a different, I guess, group of people that shop on there, and eBay has something different too. Kind of like your clothes on Depop and Etsy and the others that I don't sell on anything else with those two. But Mercari, like for like toys and what else sells on Mercari? I've had like perfumes.
We
really sell
t-shirts.
Electronics have been selling really well on eBay for me.
Yeah. I don't have the return rate a lot of people talk about with electronics on eBay, but I also don't offer free returns. And so like I could count on one hand the number of forced returns I've ever had. Because a lot of people are like, saying that you're not going to accept returns doesn't stop returns. The eBay will just force you into them. But I've honestly had fewer than 5 ever in 5 years of selling on eBay. So I don't know. I think maybe that contributes to me not having a lot of electronic returns, is because I don't have returns turned on. Do you get a lot of returns on eBay, or do you have returns turned on?
I do not have returns turned on. That's what the first thing that happened to me that kind of turned me off with it is somebody did a swap on me. They did
Oh,
I had a brand new. It was a vintage iPod,
Nano.
the Nano,
mm.
never been opened or anything. And the guy's like, "Well, this thing doesn't even work," and they swapped it out, and eBay just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So
Ours was sealed.
yeah, it was brand new, sealed,
Yeah.
and so when they
I
sent
feel
it back,
like also how you were saying that you felt like they were nickel and diming you and you were new and didn't, there's not a whole lot of transparency. Whereas like if you went to Poshmark and you go to list something and you're brand new, they're going to show you, okay, you listed it for $10, your profits are going to be $8. They show you a breakdown on the screen, and that doesn't take a whole lot to do that. But with eBay, we just say on average 13% because it's truly different in every category. I wonder if that's what keeps them from just giving you the same transparency. I think that would help.
yeah. I'm not sure.
Well, see, what I liked about Mercari is it took all the fees out at the beginning.
Mhm.
Well, eBay used to, you would get your pay and then they deduct later.
Yeah.
And
And then they would go like reaching into your account. And when you're brand new, you don't even have you don't keep hundreds of dollars or $1,000 in that account. So it would totally catch you off guard. And well, now I only have $20 or I don't even have 20.
Right.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of seasoned resellers keep plenty in there, especially if you do it full time, but not new resellers.
Right. And that could, that could be something that turned a lot of people off back in like when they first started, like me, is just didn't understand it. And, Mercari was just straightforward. As soon as somebody bought it, they basically had 3 days of review and your money's released. And and that's kind of one of the stories of the bad things I'll talk about later with eBay just happened to me. I'll tell you something in a minute.
I saw a few people jump in. I just wanted to say hi to Hell's Canyon Hustle and Danielle Yard Sales and Dreams. Christopher is here, and Courtney Bolo Buddies is here also. Didn't want to be remiss in telling you guys hello. Be Carried Away is here also. And I saw Karen. I'm pretty sure I saw Karen. Okay. Yeah, there we are. I was like, I know I saw that. So, I'm trying to keep up with you guys in the chat, but also listen to the interesting eBay talk that we have going on and Mercari talk too. Ed says that's why I love Poshmark. Very simple. eBay still brings me in the most, of course. But that's interesting. I mean, you saying because not a lot of people will say that another platform brings them in more, but you seem to have really great success on Mercari.
Yeah. Right. I mean, what would you say the ratio has been in the last 2 or 3 weeks for Mercari versus eBay?
I mean, I think we've made 3 sales to 1.
Yeah, 3 to 1 right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm not sure if that's Mercari, promoting us because we've been on there for a while and have so many sales, and I've had very few returns.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's what it is, but
the bulk of the 100 items that I put on there to begin with, I put, and this was before Christmas, shoes and toys. Cause I was like, those seem to be 2 really heavy hitters over on Mercari, especially right before Christmas. And so I can't imagine what I did wrong unless my stuff was just overpriced.
Christmas was a little slow.
Yeah, it was different this year than last year.
This Christmas was a little different this year. We were shocked that we didn't have as much sales before Christmas. I don't know.
But after Christmas, it started picking up.
Right.
Yeah,
nice.
For us, it was a little different.
Right.
What is it that you see? What do you see most success with on Mercari? Collectibles? I mean, I know that's pretty much what you guys sell is in the collectibles category, correct?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's been pretty round on there in Mercari. I've been selling electronics, vintage T-shirts. Like the biggest sale I've had on a T-shirt came from Mercari, not eBay, and they were cross-posted.
Right.
And it was a $150 vintage shirt that I got sold on Mercari before it sold on eBay.
Wow. And see, that's like, I never think that anyone in Mercari is going to spend that, but you're right. I mean, people do. And that's interesting for sure. Carissa, thank you so much. She's reminding everyone to hit the like and sending me some lunch money. Thank you very much.
I'm going to be on Carissa's channel coming up next month.
Really?
She's gonna have me on. Yeah. She's
nice.
Remember how you had to adjust the time last week?
Yeah.
She's having to adjust it for me.
Are you going to be her evening Her first Thursday evening. Okay. I was just wondering that today. I was like, I wonder who's going to be the evening guest next month. That's awesome. She brings up a good point too. If you hit the thumbs up button during this live, then you make a sale. It happens to everybody. It's guaranteed or your money back.
I kept hitting it and nothing happened.
Well, I'll send you your money back plus 5 nothings for your trouble. So you're talking about like collectibles and vintage clothing, and I have to say, or maybe I've missed it if you already have, but have you or are you signing up to be a part of Whatnot?
I have considered. I have not done it yet. I've been watching what people are doing, and with Whatnot, I don't know all the ins and outs. If it has to be something repetitive where you're on there with my schedule, if that's the case, I don't think that I'm the fit for it. Just because
I'm starting to wonder whether or not it's something good for me for the same reason. I'm like, I have so many irons in the fire right now. They've not approved me, but I'm not emailing them to ask them why, because I don't even have time to email them right now. So that makes me wonder, do I really have time for the auctions?
Well, another thing with them is, even for me just registering to buy with them, I noticed I couldn't say anything in the chats, and it said I needed to verify my account, and I tried to do it over and over again through the phone, and it never would do that. It never sent me the text. So I sent them an email. I had to send them a picture of my driver's license to get approved. And I was like, if I've got to do that just to chat, what are they going to require for me to sell?
You have to do that because you can't go. I think you have to have like payment process to even be able to go into the auctions. Is that, I mean,
well,
like
I already had all that. I had all that was already set up, but still I
Mm.
couldn't chat and anything. It would just say you have to verify your account, and it
That's
would tell you to send you a text. And it took me, I want to say, like 2 weeks to get where I could even say anything to anybody.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what just happened to Kristen? That's incredible. Hit the like and just sold a Coach sweatshirt. You must have hit it the wrong way or something. I don't know what
I'm
happened.
going to unlike and relike. What are you talking about?
Don't dislike. I sold this week a Mercari 1985 radio-controlled Honda ATV toy for $256. That's because the best things in the world come out of 1985. I'm pretty sure that's why.
What'd you say? Mm-hmm.
That's the year I was born, was 1985.
You weren't born in
I was not
85.
on 85, but I love my toys.
But it's a good year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait until you see the one with the ladybug. Oh, she's talking about, she mailed someone some butterflies, I think she said. What did you miss on the thumbs up, Lena? If you hit the thumbs up and while you're watching this live, then things sell, like you sell stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna hit the like button several times. Sales been a bit slow. Hello, Patricia. Snowstorm here on the East Coast. Oh, dang. Now, a lot of the country got some snow this year. I know y'all are pretty far south. You didn't have any snow, did you?
Well, actually, what Sunday was that?
Not this past Sunday, but the last Sunday, the 23rd.
The 23rd?
No, the 16th. The 16th.
The 16th. We actually, when we were leaving to head on our trip, we left in snow flurries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It didn't stick, but
Wow.
it was had snow flurries.
But at least you could catch it in your mouth. Drew said he hit the like button. What's that?
And so they were pretty big. Yeah,
Huh. Yeah. I mean, John's got a big mouth, though.
Now, listen here now.
I think Drew's digging through my inventory. He said I hit the like button and found a Coach sweater. Honey, leave that stuff alone. I bought some clothes today. I just had to buy something for myself to hear the cha-ching. Matt says 88 was great. Bowling for Soup, 1985. Carissa says, y'all, it happened yesterday with Tornado Alley after my live. He hit the thumbs up and got a sale and a bid on an auction. I'm pretty sure, Carissa, wasn't it during your live that I hit the thumbs up and sold 2 things? I sold a pencil and a pitcher while I was watching her live. Yeah, I'm telling you, just, giving your friends that added extra help there. I saw Christopher ask Courtney how close she was to 1,000 watch hours on her her third channel, and I don't see her answer that again, Courtney, if you don't care, because I want to see what it was. And if you dislike, you'll get 5 returns. Ooh. Scott is the only cha-ching we need now. Who was it that was wearing a shirt that says, oh, it was Connor, the Hoogs. He had a shirt that says King of the Cha-ching. And I was like, oh, where did he find that at?
Look at that.
I know.
I found the like button.
I already hit the like and didn't sell anything. So here's $5. Now you're trying to bribe me. Okay. So I got to spend the wait, this is my first international super chat. Someone get a screenshot. These are Canadian dollars.
Canadian dollars.
How much is this in American money? Am I rich?
$1.
How much is 5 snow-filled dollars worth? Oh no.
Have you ever been to Canada?
Oh, Courtney said she's monetized on there already. That's amazing, Courtney. I'm so proud of you. She's such a hard worker.
Monetize on what?
On her third channel. She has this channel called Reseller Testing Products, right? And she tests the products there where she lists them on eBay. And, so they're all like really short little videos. Well, I think she told the story in a live, so I don't think she minds me telling this. She had posted one about, I think it was a transformer. So right up your alley. That video went like semi-viral.
Really?
It had maybe she said like 70,000 views or something. I don't know. I could be making that up. It might've been 7,000, but I think she said 70,000, and she didn't get paid for a single view because the channel wasn't monetized because it was 30-second videos. Oh. Well, so she started doing listing lives on there, and we've all just been showing up and supporting her, late at night while she lists to get that channel monetized. So we're excited about that.
Yeah.
There's a long story. His mom got him that shirt for Christmas, but there's no greater cha-ching than the cha-ching King, Scott. I saw Christopher ask, he said, I still don't see a buy me a coffee. And I thought about that today. I have to sign up for this swipe to get a buy me a coffee. And I keep telling Christopher I'm going to do it because he's like, YouTube does take 30%. Why don't you do a buy me a coffee? And I'm going to do it. Drew, don't let me forget. I'm talking to him like he can see me from the floor here. Don't let me forget tonight to set up a swipe. I'll get it set up. Lindsay has a question. How do you know what vintage pencils are worth selling? What I look for in vintage pencils is like a red stripe around the eraser band, like the metal band. I seriously thought someone was sitting in between you guys there for a second. And then I look for vintage fonts. I mean, since I'm so just in love with vintage, I study the fonts associated with different time periods. So if I see a certain font, I could tell you like that pencil's from the 40s or that's from the 50s. So if the font's right, if there's a red stripe on the eraser, or if they're mechanical pencils and they're like made in Germany or made in Japan or something like that, then those are the ones to me. I want to pick those up. Or if you found like old Lisa Frank. What's the male equivalent to Lisa Frank when you were a kid, like the starter pencils or something with like different football teams? The NFL pencils, would that be like the male equivalent?
I grew up in a third world country. We didn't have pencils. What did you?
That's true. That's true. I actually do forget that people think you're being sarcastic. So please give them a background because you were raised in Bolivia, right?
Belize.
Okay, so tell them the story.
Okay. So my parents were missionaries, and they moved me to Belize when I was 5 years old. And so I spent 5 to 15 in Belize and grew up there, went to public school there, did everything just like everybody else. And so it's a third world country. The first school that I went to was just like a single room, and they taught your class by row. So you sat in a row, and the teacher would teach this row, give an assignment, then teach this row. It had no indoor plumbing. We had to share like a well and a basin outside. We had outhouses, and yeah, it was like growing up way back in the day. And
so how old you went there for? How long?
10 years. I was there from 5 to 15. So
wow. So can you imagine, like, how old is Eli? He's got to be 14, 15. Okay. 14. So can you imagine like his age being like that's all he's ever seen?
No, he's too spoiled for that.
I was about to say our kids would never make it.
No.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of stuff. We had they finally got some TV there, and they would broadcast, but it was like a rebroadcast of satellite. and you were at the liberty of whatever that person wanted to watch. So you'd be in the middle of watching something and just the channel would change on you. Like, I was watching that, you know, and the TV didn't come on until like afternoon every day. So yeah,
Wow.
we didn't have anything.
But what an like amazing way to grow up as a servant. You know, like watching your parents serve.
I loved it, and I didn't even know we were moving back to America. We would come back each year during the summertime. There's kind of a rainy season there. They don't have the 4 seasons. You just have dry and then rainy.
And it's always hot.
Yeah, it's always hot. The humidity is like ridiculous, and no air condition. But we would always come back during the summer, and my parents would basically travel around the United States. We'd go to Canada, the United States, and they would go to different churches and kind of just present what they've been doing throughout the year and raise money. They would support them monthly. And so we would come every year. And this last year when I was 15, we went back. And then while we were here, all we took was our clothes that we had in our travel suitcases.
Oh my gosh.
And we had an Airstream travel trailer that we traveled in during the summertime. And that's all we had. They said, hey, we're staying here. We're not going back. I left everything back there. Because they knew that I would pitch a fit, you know, I everything, my life was there. Friends, girl that I was, you know, talking to.
Have you ever been back?
I went back in 92, 93, and I haven't been back since. And we were supposed to go last week on a cruise and stop there, and I was going to meet up with some friends, but that got canceled.
So you would have had to grow up like pretty bilingual.
Belize is the only English-speaking country in Central America.
Wow, I would have for sure thought a majority Spanish-speaking.
No, they speak a type of Creole, not the Creole we know here. The Creole here is a French Creole.
Well, they didn't get their independence from Britain until the 80s.
81.
Oh, wow.
It used to be called British Honduras.
Oh, okay. See, everything that I'm learning here, I hope you guys are learning stuff too, and I'm not the only one. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Q says being there starting at 5, you wouldn't know that what you were missing out on. But I can only imagine like the culture shock of you coming to America at 15.
Yeah, it was crazy. You know, we didn't have Walmarts and McDonald's, and we didn't have anything like that.
Like I mean, expensive. Yeah. Like small things that we absolutely take for granted, you know, not having air conditioning, stuff like that, indoor plumbing, ice, like probably a Coca-Cola whenever you wanted to have one. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I forget that, but that's pretty interesting. And yeah, you might have a lot to talk to Scott Cha-Ching King about, because he had I won't say a similar childhood in that his parents weren't missionaries, but he grew up you know, in poverty. And so like growing up in an impoverished country, I would assume. That's pretty cool though. That's amazing.
The first 2 years we went there, you know, I was real young, but I can remember it was like we didn't have any denomination backing us. They were independent. It was only the supporters that they got, and almost everybody that said they were going to support them didn't. We couldn't afford to come back to America for 2 years. And I lived in a tent because we didn't have any furniture. I lived in a 2-man tent out in the yard for over 6 months.
Wow. As a 15-year-old?
As like a 5-6-year-old. Yeah, I was out in a tent.
Holy cow. Are your parents still missionaries?
No, they are still here. They were pastors for many years. And actually, my dad just bought a huge tent, and he's fixing to do big revivals. He's going to go out and...
He's not going to make you live in it, though, right?
No, it's like Amanda, you know, she keeps going, let's go camping. I'm like, I'm not going to go play in a tent. I live that.
You do sound like Scott now.
No. And then,
I told him that it's my dream to live in a van, and he's like, nope, because he had to live in a van as a kid.
Somebody had said Airstream. I'm so jealous. Tell them about living in an Airstream with your parents.
Yeah, I saw that and I kind of chuckled and like,
yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, all right, I'm done now. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful. He's got a deep voice. I'm jealous.
Yeah, he could sing
I
y'all
don't-
a little country
I don't
music.
have the lovely locks though, like you do.
But he covers them up with the hat. Can you
Yeah.
believe that?
I know.
You look like Eli whenever you pull your hat off like that.
Yeah. That's why I keep a hat on.
Oh, those poor boys.
But somebody said, jealous of an Airstream. We lived in the Airstream for over 3 years, and it was my parents pulled the little mattress off and slept on the floor, and I had the little bedroom that was right next to the toilet. So my head was like from here to the screen from the toilet, and you're trying to go to sleep, and somebody's like, I got to do business, and you're like, I don't want to hear your business.
That's lovely.
I know you like to say treat your business like your business.
Yeah.
Well, they were treating their business like it was my business. I was
like
here
it was
everything.
everyone's business.
Yeah.
Oh,
So she's like, we can get us a camper and we'll go camping. They're like, I don't even want a camper. I don't want a tent. When we can get a hotel, we can get a condo, we can go rent a house.
The boys and I have been camping.
Yeah, I don't like tent camping for more than a day. I don't think that growing up without Walmart, McDonald's, Cokes, etc. is a bad thing. Yeah, it's probably not, Angela.
I really enjoyed my childhood. I'm still, when Facebook came out and the internet started happening, they got internet down there. I reconnected with people. We became like a family. And these people are still part of my family. We've actually had a few of them have come up and spent a couple weeks with us at a time and introduced them to my family. And they're like my brothers.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And yeah. So you really grew close together. We would roam the streets. Everybody knew everybody and took care of everybody. And I was like the salt and the pepper shaker. One white kid. That was me.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. And I was bigger than everybody, so
you stuck out like a sore thumb.
I got into a lot of fights. Not because I wanted to, it was just I was white and I was huge, and they wanted to
Everyone's gonna challenge you, I guess.
You up, huh?
Yeah, and they did.
Yeah.
It was there for a while. It was every day. I was fighting at some point. And that can make a person mean.
You punch them in the name of Jesus.
Yeah. I'm gonna slap the devil out of you.
I gotta say hi to Nikki and Gary and Chris. Cajun Reseller, I'm sorry, is here. Super glad to see you. And Miss Q says, I had a vacation house in, I'm gonna mispronounce that. Do you know how you say that? Haifa, Israel.
Haifa, in Israel.
For
That's
over
a dream
10
trip
years.
for us.
Yeah, we want to go to Israel.
We want to go to Israel.
Love spending 2 months a year there. Wow, that's pretty incredible. Really cool. Chris had a video. Maybe it went live yesterday or today, and it was him. It looks like he's holding 2 squishmallows that are like flames, and I just wanted to tell you, Chris, I really like that thumbnail that you did because it caught my eye more than once. I added it to watch later, so I'll have to watch it.
The power of Christ compels you. Yeah. I told someone I'm gonna slap you out of the devil.
Trevor said to apologize to his beard for making it feel bad.
Yeah. And I don't even see a gray hair in that thing, man.
What
do you were about to say?
There's colorful. Whoops, sorry. You're gonna have to scoot closer to me. This screen is not big enough for both of us.
Oh, this screen's not big enough for both of us.
Not big enough for the both of us.
We're both big time.
Hey Tim, after 13 years in the Army, camping in tents for extended periods of time in every weather condition that you can imagine, there's absolutely no way that I would ever go tent camping again.
I feel you, my friend. I feel you. And you got to think, we were in tropics, right? It's the jungle down there. I mean, you're right at the edge of the Yucatan. So you had storms fly through there at night, and you're like, oh my God. And my parents, I was talking to them about, I don't know, about a year or two ago about this experience. And like, we didn't realize how many snakes and tarantulas and scorpions were all out there. It was really dangerous putting you outside. And I'm like, You think?
We didn't
thank
realize
you.
how dangerous, how deadly it really was. Christmas,
Yeah, I'm like,
But see, they weren't in the tent with you.
no.
They were in the house.
They were in the
You were in the
house.
tent
I was
by
in the
yourself.
wait,
What?
what?
Why didn't the,
They had a couch and they slept on the couch, and I was in a tent out in the yard.
why didn't,
What year
why
was
didn't-
this?
Why didn't you share the couch?
It was 1980,
80.
84.
Why didn't you just lay at their feet?
Can you imagine, even at your boy's age right now, putting them in a tent out in the front
No.
yard?
No.
Being like,
In
I
this
mean,
country,
this is
no.
best. This is best for you.
I couldn't
son.
imagine. You know, I do admire my parents for what they did. The faith that they had to
Me
take out
too.
their whole family and just go to somewhere they'd never been before and make it
Yeah.
is something I talk to my dad about to this day. You know, just how much he inspires me with that type of faith. But some of the stuff was just stupid. I'm sorry.
The faith, the faith to have you outside.
Wow, I thought you meant
Let our
like
boys
as a
outside
family. Amanda,
And
where
now,
were you growing
now
up
they
at this
wouldn't
time?
do it at all. You know, they get on to me. You're being too hard on those kids. I'm like, who are you?
Oh, that sounds like my parents, especially my mom. She'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you give him all the chocolate cake he wants," and it must have rubbed off because I swear we went to the store today and I wanted to buy some cake and make a vegan chocolate cake. You just take Dunkin' Hines and you mix Diet Coke with it instead of the eggs and stuff, right? And it makes the most moist, delicious cake ever. So, I'm getting the stuff for it, and then Israel wants to pick out green frosting, and I'm like, "No, we're getting chocolate frosting. If I'm gonna have a chocolate cake, I'm gonna go all out." And he wants green frosting. I said, let's get some green sprinkles. And then we go from somehow picking out green sprinkles to getting rainbow sprinkles and birthday candles. And it's not anyone's birthday. Like, but we put candles in this cake today, and Drew sang he sang "Merry, Very Happy Unbirthday" from Alice in Wonderland to the kids, and they blew out the candles.
I love it.
They get everything, I tell you. Yesterday he went he had to work at Marshall's doing electrical work, and he saw that they were having yellow tag clearance, and being the good reseller husband he is, he tried to source some stuff for me. He's like, I wasn't really seeing anything, but I did find some stuff for the boys. And I was like, well, we can't just give it to them. So I went and got birthday bags, and we put it in we wrapped it up and then called them into the living room, and they were like, wow, thank you.
Somebody said today is my unbirthday too.
Yes, it's so fun.
Yeah,
And
you have 364 on birthdays. I mean,
it's always somebody's birthday. Like there's always some reason, to celebrate something. So yeah, I've let the kids decorate cakes before on a random day, and we call it your unbirthday.
Sounds like something she would do. She actually went sourcing for me today.
Really?
Yeah, she FaceTimed me at work, and I was like, "Where are you?" They had an estate sale. I'm looking around. You see anything you want? I'm like, you call me at work to show me an estate sale?
Did she find anything?
No.
There was nothing there.
It wasn't there. Yeah, it wasn't that good of an estate sale. It was overpriced.
Yeah,
but I thought it was very thoughtful that she did that. So yeah, maybe she'll get into it after all.
Yeah, she's probably as into it as Drew. Like, it's fun, and why wouldn't you want to? But he's not
got me
trying to
into
go
I
full
got
time
you
or anything.
into it
How did you get me into it?
when I started flipping stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh dang!
Oh yeah, I forgot. We were selling stuff at the church, and yeah. She sure did. This girl flips some stuff too now, but she.
I just have I zone in on it for a little bit. If we go somewhere, and I'll be like, okay, and I'll spend a little bit of time. But then whenever I've found a few things, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that's exactly the way she is. I'm sitting here spinning. They're like following me, just like a little shadow. And I'm like, will you please either go look for something?
I'll eventually be the old man sitting in the chair in the thrift store. Like
that's them.
I'll bring a book.
Yeah, they'll bring a book. Why do you have to go through every T-shirt?
Spicy Bread Maker said that their daughter has on birthdays, I guess, with their cat, her stuffed cat, must be 400 years old by now.
I love it. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, I like what Lori said. These are the days that they'll remember. Lord, I hope so. I know I screw up all the time. Like, being a mom does not come with an instruction manual, and sometimes I go to bed thinking I got it wrong, and so I give in probably. I don't know if it's more than what I should. I don't say no unless I feel like I really have to. I don't mean to spoil them. And I think the kids are appreciative. He's laughing because I probably spoil them. I just,
Like last night.
what'd they get last night?
Well, all Israel had to do, because I was going to lay him down, and all Israel had to do was start crying, and it's like, okay, I'll lay you down.
Why would I look at my
down.
little, like I had work to do. I still had my listings. I had to upload all my photos and everything. And I went upstairs about the time he was getting ready to lay down. Instead of saying good night, he wanted me to lay down with him. How am I going to look at my crying son and tell him that I won't stop work to go lay him down?
I think I spoil our
You
kids.
put him out in the yard with scorpions. Yeah.
In a tent.
Yeah. Get out in the tent.
You spoil your kids too?
Oh, he does.
I've been accused of it. Yeah.
So he's worse than you are, Amanda?
Oh, yeah.
Which one of us is worse than you think? I spoil him more. But you're easier on him, I think.
It's probably an even playing field for the most part. We have our moments, each of us. So
yeah.
It's about a 50-50 split.
Yeah. I think it's more of a 75-25 here, though. I buy them all kinds. She's like, you have to stop. Okay.
This is an important question.
No more room for this.
Yeah. You have to quit.
Yeah. I know that's what Drew tells me. He's like, they don't need another, like I drug him in the thrift store with me sourcing the other day, and I was like, look at this little Tykes camera. He's like, he doesn't need more toys. No. I was like, but he doesn't have a camera. And he's like, but he doesn't need any more toys.
Right.
I was like, he can't walk through his room, and he doesn't even want to look at them unless you talk about throwing them out, because he would rather look at the tablet or play his video game. Like, the toys never get seen. And I'm like, quit buying toys.
Man, I may be guilty, may or may not be guilty of that.
Scott has a threat we can all use for the kids. You keep crying and you're moving to Belize.
Where's Belize?
I would start crying. I love Belize. I loved it. It was great.
We celebrate everything around here. Jimmy says, hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Just got home from date night with Jen. I am glad that you had a date night. I'm
good for you, Jimmy.
I know. Where do y'all?
I just gave you a $50 chat.
What do you guys do for date nights? Christopher, thank you very, very much. Hang on a second. Pause your date night activity. Chris likes to sponsor dates for me and Drew. He's trying to keep this marriage alive and well. You think you could have gotten more of the super chat if you had to buy me a coffee? Okay, Chris, I promise tonight you got to help me and remind me to set up Swipe. It won't let me finish my buy me a coffee without setting up Swipe.
Paul, the sports guy, said it's couples night.
Nice.
That's right.
He's still a newlywed. If they know without a doubt that you love them and they can trust you, that's what they remember. Oh, that's so true. My mom says that they spoiled me, and she's probably right. I like to say that my parents, and today it's so crazy. Like I literally started crying thinking about the fact that my parents made it as newlyweds and as young parents. They got married when they were 16 years old, and neither one of them really had anyone but each other. Had my sister when they were 17, my middle sister when they were 18, and me when they were 19 years old. So here they are married with 3 kids before they're 20 years old. Wow. And they would tell me about like not having anything to eat back then. You know, they're 2 young kids. And today I was just thinking about that while I was driving home from another town. And I was like, the simple fact that they not only made it, but raised like successful children is an anomaly. Like that none of that should have happened. Right. But on top of that, to give us what I call a deliriously happy childhood. Like if Walt Disney wrote someone's childhood, it would look like ours did. Mm. And we didn't have much. Like we were on food stamps. I mean, we didn't, there was always more than enough of everything. But to look back now, I'm like, how did they pull any of that off?
Right.
Like, how did we go on vacations and stuff? That
is a sign of somebody that just truly is amazing. Right. Like my parents, I never knew we were poor.
Yeah.
They thought I had everything, but I didn't have anything. But they made my life, interesting. We never went on vacation. First vacations we went I've been on is when we got married.
Yeah.
We just there was no vacation.
We would go. Mom and Dad would save up because once a year, like we had what was the 600-minute reading club, where if you read 600 minutes, then you got a free ticket to Six Flags, which is like 3 hours from here. And so I got a ticket, my two sisters got a ticket, and Mom and Dad would save up, and then they would get like the Pepsi can, where if you like buy one, you get one. And that was our trip every year. Was that we went to Six Flags.
Trevor said, "Bro, you lived in a tent." Yeah, I did.
I missed it. Oh,
and you didn't have to put the LOL at the end of it.
that's true. You didn't need vacations. You lived on vacation.
You lived on vacation.
I mean,
Yeah,
in a tropical place.
Yep.
a tropical place.
Yeah,
You live in the jungle. Yeah, the pictures of Belize that they show on TV are the islands, and you can't afford to go there. Only the
Oh no,
tourists.
you were
can
an
go.
island boy.
Yeah, the island boys. But we were in the mainland. We were when like a sauna. That's where we lived.
Yeah.
Oh man! If Disney wrote your childhood, your parents would be there. Oh gosh, Disney always kills the parents. In the movie. I beg to differ.
Not every Disney
Yeah,
movie.
King Trident. Triton. Ariel's dad is alive, and Belle's dad.
Yeah, right.
Belle's dad is
One
alive.
parent is
There were a
alive.
lot of dead parents, but not all.
Not all the parents were dead.
One parent's
One
alive.
parent is alive. You got to choose.
Yeah,
Hey,
Which
Miss
one you
Taffy. Oh boy. How long have Drew and I been
money
married?
tonight?
How long have you guys have been married? 22 years? Together 27, you said.
Yeah. Mhm.
How many years have we been married? 7 in April.
47.
47 years in
47.
April. Yeah, we'll be married for 7 years in April.
That's good. We
those are the
actually
memories
grew
that
up
stick.
together. She was
How,
50.
so wait a minute. You guys basically was she the first American girl you met?
Not met, but
Oh, so it wasn't like, hey, you're white too.
Yeah.
Like,
So you just got married?
I did tell her. I said, you were just something rare because I never thought I'd ever marry a white girl.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah, but she
didn't know you came in my color.
yeah.
Look at this.
Well, I think you were in the States about 3 years after we had met.
Yeah, I was here for 3 years and then we met.
Oh, so you met enough girls to know that she was definitely something special.
Yeah, I've met quite a few before her that were very terrible. I mean, just great people.
Adam, I really appreciate you.
As well, so
Yeah. She was
Oh
50.
yeah. Adam sent over $20 for your beard care and me some chocolate cake.
awesome.
That's why I said you're raking in some money tonight.
Well,
must- I
They
hit the
know I'm
like
still
button
trying
and
to get a
you're getting
car.
money. I don't know what's going on here.
do it.
I said I hit the like button and you're getting money. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
There you
It's
go.
all the likes.
Smash that like button.
Smash that.
John.
You guys are right about the parents for sure. I think I asked you earlier about something good that happened and then I interrupted you. Will you tell me about something good that has happened in reselling this past week or two or sometime recently? You made any really stellar sales you want to tell us about?
The $6 desk, the combo.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize I'd won an auction online and it had a radio in there. And I was just looking at the radio. I was like, I'd probably want to bid on that. And so it was starting at $6. And I kind of did it to remind me of when the auction was going to end. And I didn't remember until I got a notification I won. But I won for $6, like a complete desk, a radio, a chair, monitors, everything for $6. And the desk is now in Eli's room.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the chair is in there. And then I sold the radio this last week
For $65.
for $65. So that's not bad for $6. And then
That's
we sold,
crazy good.
and that was on Macari, right?
Yeah, we sold that on Macari.
And then eBay, we sold a new in box,
How much did you pay for all those new in boxes?
like $10.
$10 for all the new, a couple of
New in box radios. So this was a Panasonic new in box boombox, and I sold it for $150 today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
Yesterday.
vintage electronics. I'll pick them up, as long as they're not too dirty or, too corroded, because I don't want to have to scrub them. That's something that a lot of people don't consider could be really dirty, but really can be very dirty. Vintage electronics. Will you clean them or pass?
And recently we started picking up vintage children's books.
Really?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them about that.
So we were to an estate sale here in Opelika, and she had some books from the 40s.
Nice.
Children's books, they're in pretty good condition. And I recognized one of them from being an old Disney ride, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Remember that one? So they had the Mr. Toad's Wild Adventure Disney from 1943, 45. I think they were selling it for $8. We sold it for $90.
Yeah.
Yeah, because isn't that one that is a little controversial?
Mm-hmm.
They're removing the ride, or they've talked about removing it.
That one years ago. That's where, they removed that. They did that one a long time ago. Now they're removing Brer Rabbits.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, they're removing Bear Rabbit. We were just there and they were tearing it down. But
that's the one I'm thinking of.
That's
the Panasonic.
And
wow. I think my sister had that same boombox
for $10, and it sold today for $150.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good one on eBay.
Bear Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've had some pretty good.
That's pretty stellar. You really might relate more with Christopher than Scott. He said he was raised in a tiny 11-bedroom shack. You can't begin to tell you the horror.
11-bedroom shack.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Seriously, he's had a blessed life, no financial struggles, and he likes to pay it forward.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you my address, and you can
Thank
pay
you,
it
Christopher.
forward.
What is it he always says about
Hey, it's never had
Joey and
to.
Drew always say.
I don't know. You'll have to think on that one.
So that Mr. Toad, that's the book she was referring to. Sold for $89.99.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Was there anything now, since I had the rides confused, maybe that one's not controversial, or is it?
I forget, why did they tear that one down? I guess it was just old.
It was an older one.
It was one of the original ones to the park.
Yeah.
So
Like they had
that's an awesome pickup. And you have other books from the same pickup?
We have one other one, and then we picked up a few in another estate sale.
Yeah. I have the first edition Disney. It's like 1 through 19 Disney read-alongs.
Yeah.
But these are the first prints, and I didn't realize it until I started doing research, and so it made the value shoot up on them.
Oh, I have some listed, but I don't know if I've ever looked to see what prints they are. I might need to look.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Listen, this is, in case you guys aren't familiar, Chosen Goods Reseller is Carissa, is a dear friend of mine, like true friend in real life. Carissa, would you do me a favor and drop the link to your own channel? She's my moderator tonight and many, many nights over here, and she drops links for everybody, and she's always encouraging everyone in the chat. She just hit 900 subscribers. Wow. And so, I mean, she's like knocking on 100, you guys, and it would be really stellar if she drops her link, if you guys would just click over and give Carissa a sub also.
I remember when she started. She started after us.
She started in like April, I want to say.
Yeah. I remember when she started, and she's done excellent.
Yeah, she's like she's always just so supportive of everybody, and that's why she's sitting here dropping everyone's links and everything, because she's just
there's just certain people you can just tell their I guess their character and nature and their personality comes across, and she's awesome. Yeah,
she's genuine. And it's funny that she and I are friends because I'm so loud and, semi-aggressive, and she's so soft-spoken and sweet.
Yeah, her voice. And so when I do her interview, it's a little different. I'm going to be like, well, maybe I need to tone down a little bit.
No. Yin and yang. When she and I list together, everyone says it's great because, we're very different.
Yeah.
Rampage Reseller rebuilds electronics. Do you ever rebuild them, John?
I have done.
You've done a little bit of it,
like some old Nintendos, refurbished them, gone in, repinned them, and done some things like that. Mm-hmm. I did a PlayStation 3, put in a new laser on it, and got it working. Just looked at it on YouTube, and learn how to do it. That's all.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what they were always saying.
I saw Tracy is here also. Hello, Tracy. You can learn anything on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anything.
What's the craziest thing you've ever learned on YouTube?
Craziest thing I've learned on YouTube?
Yeah. Like big thing that most people probably would not go to YouTube for.
How to thread a needle.
I did.
Like how to
Not thread a needle, how to sew. It wasn't thread. I know how to thread a needle.
They didn't teach you that in
Did you
the
say thread a needle?
Get the tire marks off your back.
Lick it.
He was gonna mend Bella's toy, and I hadn't done it yet. So he was like, "How do you sew?" So he was threading.
I was going to sew
My
his
son
toy.
just taught himself how to sew.
That's what I was trying to do it, and I couldn't get it. And she's like, "Give me that." And, okay.
Nice.
It wasn't threading a needle. It was actually sewing something.
My son just asked me the other day. He's like, "Where's the needle and thread?" And I told him, and he's like, "I don't know how to sew." And I said, "Well, here, you just." He's like, "Nope, I'll figure it out." And went and sewed a Spider-Man mask and made his own mask.
Cool.
You're better.
I know. It's just kind of bizarre. He ripped apart an old T-shirt. Literally, what is the craziest thing you ever learned how to do on YouTube?
That
needle.
Thread the needle? Really?
Not threading the needle. I was sewing. I was attempting to sew. I didn't know how to do it. And this guy, this dude is looking on YouTube going, okay, we can take this and do this. And she walks in like, what are you doing? I'm learning to sew. You won't sew her toy and she wants it.
Don't try to learn what NFTs are. Do you know NFT?
Wait, yeah.
It'll just make you more confused.
Yeah. Hey, Adam, have you ever figured out? Have you ever took ownership of that?
His $20 is lost forever.
Oh, man. Daggum whatnot.
The craziest thing that Drew ever learned how to do on YouTube was to rip out a load-bearing wall in our house.
Okay.
I mean, I already had an idea. I just, wanted to confirm it.
Yeah, a load-bearing wall. That's, on YouTube. That sounds safe.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, it's been like what, 5 years now? It's been 5 years, so apparently he did it well.
I mean, it's holding.
Yeah, I've looked up stuff for like repairing stuff on cars,
fixing the furnaces.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've looked up some crazy stuff, how to build like your own electric car and all this kind of stuff, but I haven't attempted anything yet.
I looked that up as well, and I was just like, it's interesting, but there's no way I can do that.
Adopted Retrospects is here. Hello. Did you have anything this week, guys, that was bad that happened in reselling? Something that like you could fix it, but it didn't go quite as planned, and maybe you had to fix some stuff.
Couldn't get that.
There's, we were talking about what happened that was good was a boombox that sold, right? But we've got another one that was in the box, and this is the second or third time on this particular.
I think it's like the fourth time this boombox has been sitting like this.
So this time, this person has bought it, and
it's a different buyer this time.
It's a different buyer, but this is it sitting at, let me see here, at $200 for this in the box. They still haven't paid, and it's been.
So that's one thing about eBay is they don't have to pay right away with Mercari.
No.
Yeah, with Mercari, you at least know your money's there.
And on Poshmark, it's immediate. Yeah.
So that's kind of what's bad happened to us is the same item, a $200 sale that's just been sitting there. The person hasn't made a payment on it.
Right. But it's sold.
But it's sold and still sitting there.
Right.
And then if it does cancel, then you'll be responsible basically for a 30-cent transaction fee on it too.
And
a lot of people are like, well, what is it? It's so what? It's 30 cents. And I'm like, but it's 30 cents. And it happens to me a lot, like several times a week it happens. And if it happens 3 times a week, that's $52 a year for absolutely nothing. I hope that your buyer pays. Have you sent a payment reminder? Sometimes that really does do the trick.
I don't know if I've sent it to this one or not. I know
he drove to his house.
I have thought about
threatened
it.
Them.
I have thought about it. I don't do it on eBay because then they can, but just showing up.
Only bad thing here, non-payers. Trevor says his ugly had a return and thus a negative payout amount. I saw that. His payout was -$8. He posted that on Instagram. He's like, I didn't even know this could happen.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that the amount was not what he had in his payouts, and it took from his payouts first. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, it said like -$8 or something like that. Yeah, that stinks to have. I mean, you want to celebrate because you got the sale, but then it's just like an 80% chance they're not going to pay if they haven't in those first couple of days. But the other day I sent a payment reminder and they paid almost immediately.
Really?
I was like, it's the first time that's ever happened, but you never know.
Okay,
I do send them.
Live on the air, send payment reminder.
Yeah, let's do it. They'll be like, oh, I forgot that I didn't pay for that.
Oh, I'm sending it right now.
Melena Evans says, hey, I'm in Alabama.
Who is?
Melena Evans.
Where in Alabama?
Yep, you'll have to say, hi, my storage finds. Glad that you're here. You have a few slow days and a return. It can happen. I get a few non-payers each week. Also crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Evening all. Good evening, AM pickers. Favorite places to hit up in your neck of the woods to make the drive from Columbus worth it?
Columbus, Georgia.
I guess
Columbus,
so.
Ohio.
What are your favorite places?
Who said that? Oh.
AM pickers. Bama, what's your favorite places to hit up in your neck of the woods to make the drive from Columbus worth it?
I'm not telling you. You're not coming from Columbus here, buddy.
He likes the Goodwill, the other Goodwill, the Salvation Army.
Our Goodwill here stinks.
We don't even have a Goodwill.
Here.
We've got a few good thrift stores.
Yeah, we got a couple thrift stores.
Yes, he does. He does really well with bras.
There's a Lifesaver.
You ever sell a bra?
Here. Who?
No.
You ever sell a bra?
No, that's what I was pointing out a minute ago. A 52H.
He finds all kinds of crazy size bras, and he does really well with bras. He keeps trying to get me to sell bras, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in it. But he said it's his top seller right now.
Well, that's great. It's a top seller. I see what you did there, buddy.
The dad jokes. Yeah. What are your hole in the wall places that you go to?
Was it Lifesavers, Harvest?
Yeah.
Is there really a place called Lifesavers?
Yeah. It's a nonprofit.
Lifesavers. Wow.
They can be a little high, but you can catch them slipping every once in a while.
Really, our thrift stores have gotten a hold of the reselling community and has started marking prices up.
Oh.
So the best option is to hit an estate sale that's not run by a estate sale place.
Yeah.
Not run by somebody that hates resellers.
Yeah, like the one you went
yeah,
to.
because there's a bunch of them, but you'll find an estate sale every once in a while that's ran either by a family member or
Bye, Lisa.
They're not running it through a company, and usually you can get some good deals that way. But our thrift stores, I haven't been to our thrift stores in a while.
Yeah.
American Thrift, for the guy talking about from Columbus, American Thrift is good. You can find some good stuff there. It's a huge one here. It's an old Gander Mountain they turned into a thrift store, and so you can hit that up and find some good stuff. I've made good money out of there.
Yeah, when it's yard sale season, it's pretty good too.
Got a question for you here, John. How hard is it to keep your beard?
Me?
I'm assuming
that ain't for me. It ain't hard for me. That's that guy.
It's clearly for you.
Not for me.
Or maybe Rachel.
I mean, that'd be rude.
What?
I just,
natural.
Little sandpaper every day to keep it trimmed.
Yeah, I just trimmed mine up. It was kind of coming down here, but see, mine's getting all gray and stuff. So I started looking real old. Somebody said, that she looked like my daughter in one of our pictures. So
wow,
that was mean.
That was mean.
Hey, Adam, Baldy Pal is here. Drew's beard just grows this way. The more he eats locust and honey, like it just grows in like that.
Like Samson. Actually, we were going to get up. Adam and I were going to meet up. He's from Columbus, But that's when we were traveling out of town. He came into town. But hopefully one day he and I will get together and do a collab.
These I would be excited to sell, vintage bullet bras. Yeah, because then it's vintage and it's vintage fashion, and that excites me. I look for vintage lingerie. Y'all ever sell any vintage panties?
What kind of show are we on here?
Yeah, I am selling panties.
Yeah.
I'm not
I thought it would be a good time
Yeah.
to talk. Throw that in there while you were talking.
panties, no
This is a
underwear,
good
no
old
bra. I'm
Southern
not picking up
recess.
anybody's shoes undergarments. Sorry.
No, I've never sold any undergarments.
Really?
Yeah, never.
No.
You mean you don't go looking for the panties?
I'm
No,
not
I
talking about,
don't.
I'm not talking about used underwear. I'm talking about vintage, like Vanity Fair, sheer nylon, like beautiful vintage lingerie. You wouldn't sell that?
It's okay. I don't go to the panty section either.
No, I know you're in a small town, but we're in a pretty small town too. And they see, hey, there's John. He's looking at panties. That's just not going to work very well here.
That's true. They're going to tell
Oh, poor
Amanda the
John.
next time they see her, they're going to be like, John was in here last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that guy?
John, did he give you a gift?
Bye,
She said
Adam.
John
Tell
just turned
Sarah
4
that I
shirts
hope that
red.
she feels fantastic. Tracy did pretty well on vintage stockings. Would you sell vintage pantyhose?
I've looked at that actually. Yes, I have
Hmm.
looked at the pantyhose, and that's just because it's on the back wall when I'm going from the toy section over to the clothes
I hear you.
section.
Double gusset,
Wait a minute.
high-waisted with lace. Yeah, double gusset for sure. 1940s never worn. $110 in about a minute. I'm telling you, like especially the old Vanity Fair. Like the last pair I sold for $30 plus shipping. I mean they were 50 cents. Yeah, there's
Might
some
catch me
vintage
wearing a
Vanity
panty
Fair.
now.
Just go search vintage Vanity Fair panties. Search on
And then
eBay.
delete your
I'm
search.
searching no panties.
Listen, filter
What are you
by
doing, John? I'm
sold,
looking at some old panties. No.
filter highest, and then they're like $300 pair of panties that are in there. You wouldn't pick up a pair for $300,
It's research, son. It's research.
Chris? No,
It's
Christopher, are you
research.
talking about panties? I've sold for over $400. I can believe that. Yep, the mushroom gusset ones sell the best, and then you have to actually take a picture like of the gusset, like the crotch of the panties, pretty well. That people need to know, like the shape.
So how about them Braves this year?
I hear the Super Bowl's coming up.
Yeah. The ball they throw. Yeah.
Sports and guy things. Trevor says that he's always uncomfortable when he sees panties at yard sales. I feel like I'm gonna get maced for even being near them. That's so funny. Hey, Joe Dempsey.
Have we seen panties at yard sales?
Someone
No,
making
I'm not
fun
looking
of
at them.
you with a purse.
Again, I'm not looking.
Be
Oh,
sure
my
you can clean your search history and everything. I've sold vintage tidy whities. Yeah, if you can find men's vintage underwear new in the package,
that
they sell
count?
very fast.
Yeah, the only ones I've seen have like racing stripes, and I just couldn't get it.
No, just
I feel there's probably still a market for those. Like you could
no. Don't
Oh
go
my
down that road.
there's a market for everything. Let me tell you my good thing that happened this week on eBay, talking about there being a market for everything. So I sold a gum wrapper. I don't know if you saw that on Instagram.
I saw something about it. I didn't know what was going on there. I was like, what?
That ain't the same.
Now listen, I know that people are probably like, oh, is this another like potato chip? Did you throw up an auction or something? No, that's not what happened here. So a thrift store called last summer and told me they had a bunch of vintage clothes. I went, they ended up selling me $1 a piece for these like 130 pieces or something of clothing. I get home and one of them was a little boy's coat from the 60s. And Drew, I think, was actually cleaning out the pockets of that one. And he pulls out this Wrigley Spearmint gum wrapper. The coat is from the 60s. So I look at the gum wrapper and sure enough, it's from 1961. And I was like, well, that'll be worth something. I went and got a Ziploc bag, put it in there. And they were like, no, you're not. I was like, that's absolutely worth something. It's from the 60s. And my dad was here at that time and he was like, you're not going to sell an old gum wrapper. And it sold this week for $13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why would somebody buy an old gum wrapper? What do they do with that?
for display, for a
Well, they do it
keepsake.
anyway.
Maybe they're
The
fan,
smell?
Wrigley's fan or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But wasn't it you, John, that found an old jacket or a shirt or something that had old Copenhagen cans in it, and you just threw them out?
No,
It wasn't. It wasn't
No,
you.
it doesn't sound like.
no, that wasn't me.
Somebody. I really thought it was you. Somebody. It was like last year. So I don't remember who it was, but they yeah, there was old cans in there, and I swear it was you. Anyway, maybe it wasn't Copenhagen, but I was like, what did you do with it? And they said, well, now I kind of want to go dig them out of the trash and look up comps. And I was like, absolutely. Like, there's more valuable things that you can find in pockets than just $1, or money. So yeah, so when Scott said movie prop, maybe it was in good condition.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think about.
Yeah.
It maybe a movie prop or something, but that's
Oh, Adam says I didn't realize it was just the wrapper. I hope the buyer did. I detailed that in the description that it was just the wrapper. Yeah, our phones can hear us. We'll all be seeing underwear ads for weeks. Chad says jock straps sell well.
No,
Now, are we talking
gosh.
new or used? Wait a minute. Is
you
there
see
a
the
market?
rabbit hole we've gone down
No,
here.
we
Vintage tube socks?
just like.
Did you notice that the number of
always
people inside of the chat, the viewers, has just skyrocketed? You know that,
Yeah.
right?
I
I just
mean,
look, it's like 75. I'm like, I've never seen that many before.
Like,
talking about
Panties.
vintage
Oh.
panties and all
On
of a
my
sudden-
draws.
Oh, I love this. Rachel, that gum wrapper inspired me to list a juicy fruit box from the 70s. That's awesome. I love it.
a juicy fruit box.
And this gum wrapper, now that's my pride and joy of this collection. Got that baby boy off
Off
of
of
eBay. Like the offer there. Oh, well, that better not
There's a
expect
comment in here that says, I'm sure people have told you you look like Paul Tootin.
Oh,
Tootin
yes,
Jr.
you do. You know who that is.
Oh, you're talking about the Tuttle.
Yeah.
Paul,
You're talking about Junior.
Where is that? I must have missed it. Who is it
It's-
that you look like? I want to see a picture of him. We'll all decide.
yeah. What is it?
They're talking about the Orange County Chopper, Paul.
Oh yeah, the dad.
Okay, put a one in the chat if you
Not
think he
the
looks
dad.
like
No, or the son. I don't see it.
what. Show
I'm
us a
done with
picture,
you,
Amanda.
man.
Show us a
The
picture.
Tuttle.
I thought his name was Paul. Or that was senior, wasn't
He's
it?
Paul Senior. They're talking about
Paul
Junior.
Jr.
I want to see a picture.
Well, I gotta
of
see
him.
a side by side because he looked a little bit different to me.
He's like, let me find a flattering photo of him. Let me find the one that looks like he's gonna put up a photo of Brad Pitt.
Gotta
or
get
something.
that profile shot.
I was thinking, look up like, Brad Pitt. It's like, there he is right there.
Yeah, look at
That's him.
Look at that. George
And who
Clooney.
are you gonna look up? The
Yeah,
dad?
Courtney has a video showing what to look for if you really want to get educated. Vintage panties are a thing for sure. She has a video on gum wrappers too, you guys.
You-
Seriously.
You got
need to-
offended about Paul though.
Yeah, you just called me the old dude, man. He's got like all.
Yeah, you're throwing money away if they're old. Throw away the new stuff. I wouldn't dig through anyone's. I don't know if
look
it's.
like this guy.
Yeah, my mom brings up a point. People collect old cereal boxes too. I mean,
He looks like this guy.
who is
Who's
that?
that?
That's Josh Morrow from Young and the
I-
Restless.
I don't see it.
Let me close this eye and turn around. Yep, looks just like.
No, I think
No, he
And
had,
I've
when
told-
he was working at Dillard's when he was a teenager. It was Gafers back then.
Gafers, by the way.
gotta be
He's like-
senior.
Taking out these old ladies' boxes. It's like, you look like that handsome man off of Young and the Restless.
Really?
I used to have long blonde hair, and the guy had that too. And these old ladies would just. It was disturbing.
You were like stocking shelves or something?
I was like,
Yeah, he worked in the stock room, and then he would carry out their bags or the boxes
Yeah.
for
for tips.
Christopher found 2 packs of 1980s Ruffles chips in an old lunchbox. They were sealed. Still have them. May need to list them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I guess people will buy anything.
Carissa said she doesn't think you look like the Young and the Restless guy. Good night, Lena.
I don't think so either. So you're not hurting my feelings.
Oh, ladies and
Do you look like
This guy said at the Peachtree Mall. Yes, at the Peachtree Mall. I worked at Gayford. At the Peachtree Mall. It's now Dillard's. You can tell he is from Columbus.
Yes.
He knows what Parisians is. Oh my God. I did also.
You guys used to work at the same place?
No, he knows where the mall is. I worked at Diamond Gyms in the mall too, Adam, if you remember that. We were mall rats.
Yes, I worked across the hall at W.D. Crowley's, the restaurant that was in the mall, the big restaurant.
She used to stalk me.
I'd see him through the window. I said, "What you doing?"
Yeah.
Who did you think
Not
you looked
crazy.
like? Your future husband?
I saw you on the radio.
Yeah. So,
Scott
work
got
at-
mistaken as a less attractive. I read that the first time, an attractive Richard Dreyfuss, but a less attractive. Wow, who would say that? More like Toby Keith. Okay, so Bryn's Gems says you look like Toby Keith, and what I said was the lead singer of Mercy Me, and I've told him that before, and I'm sure Bart Miller.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
I've
Because you
heard
look
that
just
many a
like
time.
him.
Yeah, you look just like Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson?
And you're ZZ Top,
Bart
buddy.
Simpson? You're not slick,
I've
bro.
been called ZZ Top, and they're like 100. So
Hey, Angie. Oh, I clicked on Adam, but hey, Angie. Super glad that you're here. Okay, you guys ready to play a game?
A game?
Yeah.
game.
Now I know
Are you ready
you
to play a
you
game?
only get to tune in whenever you're in between breaks, it seems like, because you're always having to pop back out and go back to work. So this will be fun. I want you, do you have a piece of paper nearby? You need to get a piece of paper and a pen or some type of writing utensil. It could be a crayon if that's the only thing you write your letters with.
I can
Hello,
pull paper
Gino.
from my vintage notebook. How about that?
I think I had that same one out of a Trapper Keeper.
Yep, it was out of a Trapper Keeper.
Hmm.
Actually, yeah, I was prepared. I had 2 sheets of paper. I knew you were going to do this.
Perfect. You'll both need one. Okay. I want you guys, I want you to think. Now, don't say it out loud, okay?
Pizza.
Who wants to go first?
I don't know what we're doing.
Are they each,
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Are they each doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
You want to go first? Or I'll go first?
You go first.
I'll go first.
Okay, John's first. So, John, I want you to think of one of the best things that you've picked up recently, and stop sniffing the Sharpie. Now, I don't want you to say it out loud, okay? But think of one of the best things that you've sourced recently. All right? Don't say it. Don't write it down or anything. I just need you to have it in your head. Tell me as soon as you have it, but don't say it out loud, okay?
Okay.
Now, the chat knows how to play this game. Chat, you know, as soon as he says stop sniffing, as soon as I write the word start is when you guys can guess. So don't start guessing anything until you see the word start appear in the chat. Now, John, take that piece of paper and put it on top of your head.
On top of my head?
Yes.
You gotta take your hat off.
And I need you to draw a picture of what it is that you found that was such a good find recently.
Okay.
Now you guys have to wait in the chat, but the first person to guess what you drew after you show us the picture wins. I'm going to buy them a drink. So they DM me. You guys have to DM me over on Instagram what your PayPal is, and I'll send you $5 to buy you a drink if you want a coffee or whatever you'd like to spend that on. But yeah, so they're ready. Have you drawn your picture?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Show them what the picture is.
No, show it.
I thought you said you'd never picked up panties.
Okay, I'm joking. No,
That looks just like panties.
That was panties.
Well, you got a panty on
Like
your head.
self-referring.
Boy,
No, you can't add anything to it. Put it back
No,
down.
that was the joke. That was a joke. I didn't. I've never bought
Oh,
panties.
you guys gotta stop. Okay. It really wasn't very panties.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm
Stop.
sorry.
Stop it. Someone said fun
I'm
of pizza.
sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Christopher said one of the original 10 Commandment tablets, a bike seat.
All right. Hey,
You
that's
see
pretty
how-
good though. You knew what it was immediately.
I never say what I think it is. I thought for sure it wasn't. Chris is like, stop. Yeah, you guys have to stop guessing. But I'll put start back in the chat as soon as he draws the real one, trying to throw a wrench in our plan over here. This is why he's not a bot on the channel
Boy,
without a real
panty on
wrench.
your head.
Without a what?
What? Okay, but
you ain't got no range.
No range on it.
but you can't draw it while it's down on the table. Put it on top of your head.
I'm thinking. Give me a minute.
What is it?
I haven't drawn anything yet. Sorry.
This is a speed game.
Oh, it's a speed game.
Host.
Okay. All right. I got it.
Okay, did you draw your picture? Oh,
I'm
he's
doing
drawing
it.
it now.
Oh,
Okay,
all
this
right.
is one of his best pickups recently. Scott's really upset because he won. He got panties first. And he's getting robbed. That was a good pair of panties, though.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. Bring it closer so they
Yeah.
can all guess what it is. All right. Now, what do you guys think this is? One of the let's see. I thought it was a bike seat mask truck. Let's see, jam box.
Record player. I've seen better.
You can't guess. A wallet,
I'm
a camera, nativity set, boom box, drum set.
Are you supposed to say when somebody says it?
Yeah. You got to tell me when to stop.
Yeah, it's the first person that said jam box. It's a radio.
Oh,
Jam-box.
Good job.
Carissa got it. Woo!
Carissa with the $5.
You know what? I was gonna buy her some coffee, so I'm gonna add another coffee into her. Buy me a coffee, unless you want it in your PayPal, Carissa. You just tell me which one works better. Actually, PayPal, you probably would get more of your money. So
That's
send me
pretty
your
creative
PayPal.
that you saw that. That's because that
Was
looks,
the handle? I think I saw the handle and the little antenna up at the top. You got the 2 speakers.
yeah, that's pretty. And
Yeah,
you say you sing better. Let's say you do better, big boy.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
A tractor, a cassette. My dad said a barbecue grill, a tape. Carissa said first winner. A nativity scene. Nice. Well, I know I don't have to, but I'm going to. So send me your PayPal information. I do not recognize Carissa, the super, as a winner.
Super.
Scott's trying to make us all learn stuff as the ex-superintendent. What's a jam box? My keyword wants to autocorrect that to boom box. Yeah, when she said jam box, I was like, do some people refer to a boom box as a jam box? Is that
I'm from
thing?
Belize, so I didn't know if that was American. I didn't know. I was like,
But same thing. I'm from Belize. I didn't know.
so
Okay, now
box there, why?
Amanda is going to do the same thing, but hers is going to be something cool that you guys have sold recently, but not anything that we talked about tonight, though. So think about what it is for just a second. I'm going to mute our mic real quick. I want you to think about something before you have to draw. Don't be picking something that's easy to draw.
She can't draw at all.
She can't draw at all. So how's everybody doing? Doing good? The ATL flipper? You got it yet?
Sorry, guys. I'm just, hey, Derek and Jasmine.
Hey.
I am just battling this cold, and I know you guys don't want to hear me blow my nose. So that's where I keep going. He's like, it's our show. Okay, so I'm going to write the word start, and after you guys see the word start, you can start guessing. Wait, are you drawing it now?
No. She's trying to make up her mind.
Well,
So
while
she's
you're
flipping.
thinking about that, I'm going to tell you guys about my ugly thing that happened this week.
Okay.
So take your time. But so I had retail arbitraged some soccer shin guards. They were adult and they were like the slip-in ones. So they came with like a sleeve that you put over your shins and then you put the shin guard inside of that.
Yeah.
Well, I mailed a set down to someone in Florida who messaged me back and was like, I'm just reading Scott. So it sounds like Rachel needs a cigarette. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a cough now. But anyway, they messaged me and said, listen, I opened this brand new package and one of the sleeves isn't in here. And I'm like, this was brand new retail arbitrage. I can't believe that. Like, it didn't look opened or anything. But I had retail arbitraged 2 of these. And so I sent them the other one that I had. Well, you know how it is. You're like, later I'll go in and adjust the inventory. Later, I'll go in and take that off. I never took it off. And guess what sold?
Again?
The second set. And I had already given the second set to the guy who only got half of his first set. And so I had to cancel an order this week, you guys. And I hate that. I hope that it didn't affect my standing too bad. I haven't canceled an order in a very long time. So I don't know. Hopefully I'm still top rated, but I absolutely hate that I had to do that. But I guess if you're going to learn anything about it is if you have to do something and adjust your inventory, if something sells on another platform, you break something, like do it right then while you're thinking about it. I should have gotten in there and changed that inventory number when I sent the second one to the guy to make up for the first one being, missing parts, but I didn't. And now I've had to cancel this order. So I hate that. That's my ugly thing that happened this week.
I've had that happen before where we didn't adjust inventory. We sold something at like a yard sale that we were trying to get rid of it and forgot to take it off the site and the platform, and then it sold again and we couldn't find it. We dug through everything. I was like, sold it.
It stinks. And it stinks mostly because like I was trying to do right by the initial buyer and just sending them the other one. And then I still ended up totally messing myself over, really. Okay, Amanda, do you have an idea about what you're going to draw?
I think so. I'm terrible at drawing, but okay.
Well, it's on top of your head. So the playing field is very level here. We haven't gotten any Picassos out of this game ever here. But the chat,
my boombox was excellent, and my hands.
It was a little Picasso looking.
I mean, Scott's was.
Scott had the pointed collar shirt. I'll always remember that. Let's see. You super.
Don't show it yet.
Oh, don't show it yet.
Start.
Okay. You guys ready? Okay, start. Go ahead, Amanda. Show them what it is.
What the heck is that?
Nice. Okay, zoom out. All right. This is one of her most favorite sales lately. I'll read the things and you tell me whenever I say it. Okay.
Did she drop her pen?
This actually does look like Picasso.
Is it both of them together?
It's everything that she drew.
Okay.
Okay. We got. Oh my! Doll, baby carrier, action figure, glasses, figurine. They are really contemplating.
Their paper.
You're never gonna get it.
Oh boy, where did they go?
Somebody said I can't say what I'm thinking.
Boulder holder, swimsuit, doll, necklace, glasses, Cabbage Patch doll. Wow, I can't say what I'm thinking. Baby doll, little baby Jesus. My dad always guesses little baby Jesus. Hula doll, Bart Simpson. Jacket,
does look like Bart Simpson.
People, baby dolls, hot tub with people in it, shirt, Raggedy Ann. Baby holder, car, baby Bjorn. Everyone thinks it's a baby holder. Let's see.
A bib for John.
A moped, a bowl, a porcelain Lodro figurines, a toilet, sunglasses, Squishmallow. Oh boy. A bib for John, hat, Santa, guitar, scarf, jewelry set, puppet. Give us a hint. Okay, give us a hint, Amanda.
What would be a good hint for this?
Is it upside down? Statue.
It's 3 different items. Three different items.
Oh.
It is.
So it's 3 things that makes up like for one sale. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
A squiggle pen. So does that help you
3
guys?
items in this.
It's a set.
In this set.
Oh,
What the heck
you
is that?
Don't say if you figured out what it is. Glasses holder.
If you figure it out, I'll have Ari come eat his sock. You're not.
Yeah, there you go.
Alligator
I feel
stuff, a plate.
I feel like Bill Murray.
Okay, so the first part is a ball. Is the first part a ball or is it a plate?
A plate.
Somebody said plate.
Okay, so we know the first part is a plate. Purses, sunglasses, and a head.
That it does look like Bart Simpson.
So the first part's a plate. It's like a collector's plate, maybe. And then the second part is a roller skate. Mugs, New Wave, cream and sugar bowl. A 77-year-old man with a gray beard wearing glasses looking.
Where'd you go?
Where did it go?
No.
At the sun.
At the sun.
Cup and saucer?
Somebody got it right here. Marketplace boutique. It's a tea set.
Tea set.
Now
I can see it clearly whenever you say tea set.
So
see anything.
Nice. That's beautiful little miniature tea set. Marketplace boutique. On Instagram, I'm reseller Rachel Strickland. DM me your PayPal so I can buy you a drink. Tell us about the tea set.
This was a tea set I found at a yard sale, just driving by and saw it. And they were just like giving stuff away. It was like, this is from 19.
My sister had a tea set like that when I was a kid.
It's a shilling Disney.
Okay.
And everything was just it was dirty, like they'd been storing it. But they sold it to me for $1. And it sold for $76 for plus shipping.
Tracy said I was first on mine. It's got Marketplace, and then it's got Trevor, and then it's got 1987.
Yeah.
How much did you say you sold it for?
$76.
I would have walked right past that.
Yeah, but it was Mickey Mouse, and it
Oh.
was real glass. I felt it, and it was real glass. And so for $1, I was like, I can't go wrong. You know, I could donate it to somebody at that point. But I was surprised when I started researching it. Some of them go up for in better condition over $100.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. It took a little while to sell, but y'all already needs to eat a sock. It took a little while to sell, but I didn't budge on the price. I knew it was worth it. So.
Okay, so if I find vintage Disney little miniature tea sets, I'm gonna have to pick them up. Yeah, I would have walked right past that. I saw a Dom Primetime Treasure Hunter picking up little tea sets. And it's so funny because he was trying to show them in his car with his big hands because he's like 7.5 feet tall or something. And they just looked even smaller, and he was tossing them around all over the place. But that's pretty crazy.
Basically anything vintage Mickey sells.
Yeah, we've sold some vintage salt and pepper shakers. It was Mickey and Minnie. They sold really quick. You picked them up at an estate sale.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of it sells, but it doesn't sell for $70-something. Like that's a good sale.
This sale here, I was really shocked. So the Mickey, I think she picked up for a couple.
Yeah, I picked up
for $2 or $3, and sold for $15. And they're just little salt and pepper shakers, so real easy to ship.
Wow, those are really pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised she didn't keep them, to be
awesome.
honest with you. But yeah, Mickey Mouse stuff is hit or miss. You just have to, You have to really watch what you're doing because not everything with Mickey on it's going to sell.
Speaking of selling, apparently Christopher sold my scarf. I'm kidding. He said I had to sell a Chanel scarf because Rachel didn't want to trade. I need to trade him something. I have this cape over here that he really likes, and I didn't list it because he said he liked it, and we've never messaged about it, but we need to. I should probably just mail it to him though. As many super chats as he has filled up into my chat, I probably owe him this cape by now. Yeah, got to make ends meet. Yeah, Christopher's trying to make ends meet over there. So, he's got more, he said. More Chanel, or specifically Chanel scarves. That's a pretty nice pickup. And I think that you guys were artistic level, like fine art museum on both of your drawings. I would encourage you to hang them on the refrigerator so that the kids can enjoy them as well. Maybe draw some smiley faces on them or something.
NFTs.
Yeah.
Now, a little story just about those drawings like that. So I really thought when I was going to start doing the reselling stuff that Ari would really pick into this.
Right.
Because all the way growing up, Ari has been a hustler. Ever since he was real small, he would find stuff like he'd take parts out of a printer.
Your dad was working on replacing the doorknob in his office, and he took all the spare parts and went
to school.
The ballpark. No, he went to the ballpark
and sold them.
Right. He stood at the concession stand. This is really cool.
Yeah.
And he came back with
hands full of cash. He would take all of his candy that he'd get for Christmas or Halloween, and he wouldn't eat it. He'd go sell it.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be playing Eli would be playing soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Ari walks off. He goes up to the concession stand. I thought it was just, we gave him some money to buy him a drink, and he comes back with a wad of cash. I'm like, what are you doing? Where'd you get that money from? He's like, and he pulled out, I was selling lollipops. But he would go around, he would draw these pictures.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I'm talking about, they look like this. He would sign them at the bottom, and he had a backpack he would wear, and he would walk around stores, and he'd go like, "Hey man, I got some art if you want to buy it, and I'll sell this to you for about $2 if you want it."
I would buy that if a kid walked up to me
For real,
in a heartbeat.
he'd come back with $20-$30 in a week selling this. So I thought this would be something. One of the reasons I thought it'd be something he and I could do. We started off a little thing called with t-shirts called Nifties,
Right?
Like nifty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought he would really get into it, find the flipping of it, but it just never clicked with him.
Huh.
So, yeah.
That's pretty neat. Yeah, I would definitely buy that from a kid. Like, I don't walk past a kid's lemonade stand without buying lemonade. Like, I
Those
don't
kids that sell
I'm not much
brownies
of a-
at the yard sales.
I'm not a lemonade drinker because it's just so heavy in sugar. I'll buy it for someone that's standing around, or I'll just give them money. Like, I can't not support something like that. Live look at Rachel. Yeah, I'm sorry you guys are having to hear me all snotty and stuff. Christopher said he has more Chanel scarves and the purse is all sold. Christopher, I'll trade you that cape for a scarf. It's over there. It's got your name on it.
A purse would have really done you.
I would
good,
never trade him a purse because the purse would be worth more than what the cape would
You'd
be,
be
and that wouldn't
like-
be fair. But I'll trade you a scarf.
No, but you try to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever have a Chanel bag that you want to sell me, Christopher, let me know. This show's running on ethanol.
Ethanol.
I don't
Ain't
know
no
what that
corn
means.
here.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, always got to take care of the kids, especially the kids, like you say, that are hustling like that. Now, does he have a job now?
He does. He works part-time at the city gym. It's called the Sportsplex. And so he'll pick up a shift from one of the trainers.
Oh, that's awesome.
He'll work in the weight room. Make
Wow,
sure
that's fun.
Anybody who's new to the gym, he gives them the tour and he shows them how to work the equipment. So, and he's not 18 yet, so he can't get a certificate yet for training. So,
Yeah.
That's really cool.
yeah.
Melena says that her grandson made $138 at their yard sale selling lemonade. People just handed him money. They made $75 all day. Actually
Right?
selling stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when Eli was a kid,
It's the kids. I mean,
I'm talking about
Set 'em
when he
out
was
there.
real little and cute.
Well, 2 years ago, he was real little and cute.
Oh,
Yeah, true.
they're so sweet.
see,
and
that's
they get all
how
big.
you see how child labor started. I mean,
Dude, I really did. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll have to repent later, thanks. But I like, Eli, go up there and ask him, will they take $2 for that? He's like, okay.
And he was just the little freckles, and it was just, he was so
I
I
tell
had
you,
Della do that at a yard sale. once,
Eli
a
is
pair of
so
Justin
good.
boots.
When COVID was in 2020, he got COVID and couldn't go yard selling me one weekend, and he
Right.
was mad about it.
yeah.
So I FaceTimed him and took him on a yard sale with me, and he negotiated from his room on FaceTime. Yeah. And got a
That's
lady come down on
hilarious.
a shirt that he wanted.
Oh,
Mhm.
who could say no?
look at this
again?
sick little kid.
That
Come on.
Yeah, he'd go, will you sell this to me for like $2? And man, it was just
Yeah, he learned
Did
how
his-
to do the batting.
Did
And then there was
did
the
his eyes
lady.
swell up?
There was the lady at the flea market that you guys would go by, and he'd walk her daggum dog for her all the
Right.
Yeah.
time.
yeah. I think she caught on to him with that. She's like, get away from my dog. Yeah. When he bought all of those what are the Beyblades?
Yes.
He still
Yeah,
has
when he
those.
bought that huge box of them. Yeah, I remember that too.
He still hadn't sold those things. They're in his room.
Yeah, I got some I need to sell that were my son's. That's
You
hilarious.
won't know.
Trevor said his wife bought a poem from a street vendor. It was so terrible it became a treasured possession. Nice. Scott had two little girls try to sell him lemonade at a stand. They wanted $1. I talked them down to 50 cents.
You talked the
Then
kids
paid
down?
with the
No,
10 and
Somebody
told
gave
them
me
to keep
10
the
and told me to keep
change.
change.
That's hilarious that they thought you were really doing that, though. When my 9-year-old is with me at garage sales, people just give her stuff. That's true. Kids are just so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for it too.
Yeah, buying lemonade always loosens up the parents to make a better deal.
There's
not
tricks
lemonade.
in that too.
That's spiked lemonade.
Yeah,
That's not lemonade.
yeah. That's not
Um,
lemonade. Man, this is just awesome.
So, did you guys have any downright ugly things happening in reselling lately?
The only frustrating thing was the same boombox that the person has not paid for. We talked about a couple other times. It was the same
buyer.
a buyer, different from the one that's not paying right now. Bought it, didn't pay for it. I sent a reminder, and he goes, "Will you accept $200 for it?" Right, and he bought it for what?
220 or no 250.
No, 250.
Right.
And he's like, "Will you take 200?" You've already bought it for this, I can't. I didn't know how to adjust any prices that way, and he kept on, and I was like, I can't do anything. You've already purchased it for this. And so I had to go in, and he just sat there forever. So finally I had to cancel it. I relisted it for the price. And well, I relisted it and brought the price down, and I emailed him and said, "Hey, I put it down. You can it's still at 250, but I've lowered it down. If you give me an offer of 200, I'll accept it." He gives an offer of $240. The same person.
And then
messaged me again the same thing. "Will you accept $200?"
Oh, that sounds like just a scam or something.
Yeah.
So he got blocked.
Yeah.
And then the next time, he did it 3 times actually.
Yeah, he did it 3 times on me.
And we ended up blocking him.
Probably why you just send it to a different address too.
I don't know if I can read this one without laughing.
I'm always afraid the lemonade that kids are selling is full of coughs and boogers.
That sounds like
tangy.
Yeah. When we were having our
Better than Spits and
unbirthday
Giggles.
when we were having our unbirthday cake tonight, my youngest wanted to blow out the candles, and the oldest was like, "Can you just blow on your part of the cake? Like, why do you have to blow on everyone's cake?" And then I swear to you, if Israel wasn't blowing out those candles, we put 4 candles, one for each person in our house, and he blows out 3 of them. The last one's over there, and he goes and coughs, and Dello throws his hand in front of Israel's face right as he's getting ready to cough and turns his face, and I was like, oh, 5 minutes.
I was like, when did
Goodness
this girl turn into a germaphobe, though?
He is a little germaphobe sometimes. Hey, Boldly Grow. Why'd you block me, Bama? I just wanted it for $200.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys aren't going to believe this. It's Adam's unbirthday, too.
Hey.
A very merry unbirthday to you.
Hey, you got that same haircut he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So much in common tonight. I taught elementary school. Coughs and booger exposure protects you from virtually every illness. No, that's why I have this right now. Okay, well, my youngest, he will bring home stuff, and as soon as he gets it, I'm like, this kid is so in love with me. There's not a snowball's chance I'm not getting this. And he was warm last weekend, and I was like, oh, I'm about to get a fever. Yep. Because he's in love with me, wants to marry me. And so we got to snuggle every night, and his face has to be just like this whenever we're snuggling. And it'll be a couple of days later, I get whatever he has. I'm like,
but you hold on to it longer.
I know. It's worse when I get it and I hold on to it longer and nobody else ever gets it. Israel brings it home, I get it. And
the buck stops here.
Marketplace Boutique says, what is an unbirthday?
You've never
Today is my unbirthday.
Yeah, it's mine too.
Never heard of
Amanda's unbirthday.
My unbirthday.
There he is.
If you've ever seen Alice in Wonderland, they sing the unbirthday song.
Not the Johnny Depp version.
No, like the cartoon version.
The original.
Yeah. So an unbirthday is any day that's not your birthday. Basically, we celebrate all kinds of fun stuff around here, and the boys' birthdays are both in June, and so we have like half birthdays. Sometimes we'll make a cake and be like, happy half birthday, for no good reason.
It's just an excuse to eat cake.
Yeah, and there's not enough birthdays. Well, when I made that cake tonight, I was like, when's the last time we had chocolate cake? And it was September. Yeah, that's the last time we had cake in this house. So
for your birthday.
yeah, it was time to have another cake.
Look, Amanda has fell in love with baking and cooking. She used to burn water when we got married, but now she's a really good cook. I used to be real skinny.
Yep.
I was never that bad.
I love to cook.
She's
But wait, you said you were. But wait, in Belize, you said you were white and big. Did you mean tall?
I'm not going to answer that question, and it may incriminate me.
How tall are you, John?
6'2", a little over 6'2".
Yep.
Gotcha.
You're tall.
Gotcha. Well, Carissa's dropping your link over here.
Oh, thank you.
Can you tell us, do you have anything super planned on the channel coming up in the near future? Or what types of videos do you see yourself putting out more of this year? Like, tell us what's going on, because people are subbing and they want to know what to expect.
I don't know. I don't even know what to expect. We're go ahead.
What's your current content? I love that, like, you have your own spin on what you picked up, on what you sold. Sometimes it's just unboxing of stuff that you bought for your own personal collection. So
Right.
I mean, can we expect to see more of that this year?
Hopefully he'll have the Christmas video done.
It's taken a while on that one, and like on that it's different because I haven't seen anybody else really do that the way we're going to do it, and it's just going to show, document, here's why we do this. Here's proof of why we do this.
Mm-hmm.
Thrifting bought this, thrifting bought that, and some of the stuff the boys got for Christmas are like one of a kind stuff, signed stuff from Hulk Hogan.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
So just stuff that you just can't get off the street. Eli got some, like a vintage t-shirt that's worth, over $100 and something. Who would buy their kid a t-shirt for Christmas other than that one guy that grew up in an 11-room house?
Christopher. Yeah, he would.
Yeah. I just couldn't see buying a 14-year-old a vintage single stitch Aerosmith t-shirt that he saw because it was on Wayne's World.
Right.
But because we have extra money to thrift,
right,
and we can buy those types of things that we couldn't do that before. He would have got a replica. He would have got something. Nothing wrong with that if you can't do it. But just showing people, hey, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't mean you have to do it every day, every week. You don't have to do it full time to have a little extra money. What if you have credit card debt that you want to pay off?
Right.
A random bill, need to buy a car or something.
Like you bought a car, right?
Fine. If I could ever
find
find
a car,
one.
if you'll find one, you're picky. But it's, it's just a way that you can do it, and you can also make any activity or something. You can find something to do around your family.
Like you bought you and Eli Iron Bowl tickets.
Right. I didn't put that out. We bought Iron Bowl tickets, which is, I think everybody should know what Iron Bowl is. It's the Auburn versus Alabama football game. It's one of the hugest rivalries in college football, one of the oldest rivalries, and tickets go anywhere between $300 to $5,000 a piece.
Crazy.
And so we paid, what did we pay?
I think we paid, what, $160?
I paid $160.
We wait to see how bad Auburn's doing that year, and we can really get them really cheap.
Right. If Auburn,
nice.
it's in town, so it's like 20 minutes from the house.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you're an Auburn fan.
Yeah.
I'm not an Auburn fan. Man, are you cursing on here? But those tickets, if both teams are playing well, you're going to pay big money. But even for me, spending $150, $130 for just going to see a football game per ticket, I'm just not going to do that. For my money I'm working at, I'm just not going to.
But then, like, if you bought, that item for $10 and then end up making $100, $150 off of it, you almost look at it like you paid $10 for that ticket.
I paid $10 for that ticket,
right?
And that's what I'm just trying to present, is a way that anybody, an average person who has a job here, has this, they might be struggling. Well, what if you just wanted to go on a date night once a month?
Mm-hmm.
Here's how you can save up and not go to Wendy's. You can actually go to, something really nice. Nothing wrong with Wendy's. I love it. All that Baconator. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse for there.
You don't have to Sponsor Wendy's, okay?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I feel like a lot of people kind of represent like the end goal is always full time, and you can't be taken seriously if you're not full time, and that's just not true. You are a
No.
reseller regardless of how often you resell. And yeah, you don't a lot of people love their jobs. You worked hard to be in the position that you're in at your job, and going full time is not the goal. So yeah, I like that. That's more of what you
We
represent.
talked about it. Just his benefits alone, we couldn't make that in.
Right. Just
for how we would have to have that plus for his salary and then reselling.
Our
for his
insurance and all that stuff is such
with
a blessing.
2 teenage boys.
Yeah, it's such a blessing. I mean, they both got braces.
Right.
That's $10,000.
Yeah.
And so, God blessed me with that. So I'm not trying to get out of it. I don't hate my job. It's a lot of hours. It's stressful, but we have goals that we're wanting to do to pay things off, to be debt free, and that helps out with that job. That way we don't feel so bad going out. We went to Disney,
right?
Paid for. We're not going in debt to do the things that we desire to do.
Right.
And I think that if we had more of that mentality, then I think less stress in the home.
I know. Yeah. Just being more financially free is where you have actual freedom.
Yeah, and that's it. And I've heard you talk about it, and it's right. I mean, but you don't have to be a full-time reseller to make good money.
Right.
I made right at $20,000 last year just playing around. Okay, that's $20,000 that I didn't have that I could spend on anything.
Right.
Yeah, and buying and selling stuff that you're actually passionate and interested in, not just like, oh well, I could make $10 off of this. I could make $2 because I mean that's some people's goal, and they do a fantastic job. They will sell anything that they can make $1 off of. But like, I need to enjoy what I'm selling, and you really enjoy what you're selling.
Right, and it's hard not to keep a lot of the stuff that I find. And the hobbies that I have, like that vehicle, $150 for that toy. A lot of people, I would never have bought that, but I like it. I may not keep it for long, but I like it. And I've got a video game system I wanted as a kid that I never could afford, $1,500 for a console.
Yeah.
I through flipping, I probably have got $20 into it, but it's worth $1,500.
Yeah.
These are the type of luxury items. Like if someone's here that you like the vintage purses, you like the name brands. Well, those aren't cheap.
Right.
Yeah, and it's so funny because the majority of my designer collection I have thrifted. Like my Gucci, I've found even on eBay. Drew bought me some from Gucci, but a lot of it I found at thrift stores and on eBay. And like you don't have to spend a lot of money to have really nice things.
Right, and I think sometimes the full timers, and I'm not necessarily talking about you because you've presented it in a way that it's not. This is everybody's goal is to be full time, and you do this, but you can discourage people by bringing that out. That only real resellers do it full time.
Yeah. I know. I didn't like that message when I first started listening to resellers, like making me feel less than because I needed to do other things because I didn't know enough about it yet. Or even like you say, that's not everybody's goal. So I wouldn't want to feel like less than in anything else if it was something that I was just having fun with. Like, let everyone have fun, right?
Yeah, but not everybody's in that same box. So you can't just, I couldn't go full time right now and afford what we have built at this point. And it would take a long time to do that.
Yeah. And
I think that people, if they can set the goals smaller, have fun what you're doing, pay some stuff off, and then start to grow. It's a better process than just trying to say, hey, let's go full blast and let's take a leap of faith and let's do that. And I always tell people,
so right though, to pay stuff off with what you're making,
absolutely.
Then you have less to maintain, and that will allow you to do
there comes your freedom. Now you can get closer to doing the full time.
Yeah.
You don't have the overhead. You don't have, we're trying to get everything. We've got one car paid off. I've got my other one about to be paid off. We're paying extra on our home mortgage to get it knocked down. So, You know, we're knocking down these big things.
Right.
Every credit card we have, we're paying off.
Right.
You know, we're not buying things on credit anymore. It's all cash. It's
Right.
our, you know, doing a debit card. It's all going.
Right.
Right.
And we're just not going to fall into the trap of debt anymore.
Yeah.
And
I know, you know, I keep saying lately, people always want to talk about like how to become debt free, but no one is born with debt. We're all born debt free. We develop debt if we're not careful, and then we have to learn how to get out of it. But if you just don't get that debt in the first place, then you don't have to worry about it. And that's the message I want to send to my kids. And I'm sure that's the message that you're sending to your boys is don't borrow, you know, money in the first place. Like, we've been blessed that we never borrowed money in the first place, and we're both self-employed, and debt-free outside of our mortgage. And that allows us to be able to take off whenever we, you know, would like to, really, because you're not under that financial constraint of having like all the payments in a month that you have to pay.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And it's, I just think that presentation to me makes more sense. And if we can encourage somebody to just, hey, let's pay off a credit card.
Right.
Let's
Man, what a great thing to do with reselling.
Right.
Right. And it's something to say it's easy is not the truth. You're going to have to work for it.
Right.
You're going to have to go and do things. And you're going to have to take the time to list and do all these things. So there's a lot of stuff to learn from the full-time people, learn how they're doing these things, but don't be discouraged that you're not full-time doing it and buying to the hype that they're just having the best life they've ever had. They're having to work too.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of
not
work.
all TikTok videos.
No, it's not all TikTok videos.
If you just see like the reels and the social media side of it, or like Friday Night Lives where we're talking here, it can make you think it's all fun and games.
Yeah, but there's plenty of times where I don't feel like listing. You know, I don't feel like doing this, but I know I've got to do it. I've got to get this inventory turned over if I want to go out and continue enjoying it, or I'm just going to build this pile of stuff, and then I'm going to go into debt too, because now I'm trying to just feed a habit, because it can become something that's a habit as well.
Yeah, sourcing is a lot of fun. It's the most fun part. Carissa points out something good that's coming up for you on YouTube. You're on her channel next week.
Yeah. So it's going to be, I forget the time. I've got it written down in my calendar, so don't think I forgot about it. But
is it, and I'll have her posted down there, but I think it's like 8 o'clock on the first Thursday night of the month. Does that sound
we're
right?
adjusting the time a little bit, because I'm going to third shift starting Monday.
Gotcha.
So you'll be at work at that time.
So I'll be at work. So we're doing it before I go to work. And so she's going to have to,
I won't miss it.
Like 6:30.
I think like 6:30.
Ah, perfect. Okay.
And so, yeah, she was gracious enough to do that. 8 p.m. Central Time. So,
Christopher just sent an unbirthday present.
Well, congratulations. You've made more money tonight than most people have made on eBay this week.
Surely not. Surely not. No.
On birthday.
I can see him singing that song. Thank you, Christopher, for the unbirthday unsuper chat.
Yeah. Unchat.
Guys, it's getting so, I've got to be up at 3 a.m. I've got to go to work tomorrow.
We only have 3 hours left of the show. Are you okay?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, you did know this was a marathon, right?
Oh, really? I was going to bring out vegan cake.
Vegan cake. You know, as much as I appreciate you guys, I probably would let you have all of it. That's how much I love you.
Our vegan cake was delicious, and I'll tag you in a picture of it on my Instagram story.
You know what? I would try it. You know, I grew up in a third world country, and I've eaten a lot of stuff, and I guarantee you vegan cakes are probably pretty good.
You haven't seen this. That's it.
I'm not making fun of it. Listen, I have eaten iguana.
Like it's got kale sprinkled on it or something.
Somebody asked what I do for a job. I am in the auto manufacturing business. I work for a company called Kia.
Oh, bless me.
Oh, bless you,
I
bro.
know that one came out.
Yeah, that was awesome. I work for Kia, and in the manufacturing part of it, we build the Telluride, the Optimas, Sorrentos, and now the Sportage. And
that's
so
what, Rachel wants us to tell you, Rad.
That's built in our plant. I went to Korea.
Apparently not enough of them.
No, we can't build them fast enough. So yeah,
they're nice.
Well, I do appreciate you not only coming and hanging out with us tonight, but staying over 20 minutes. And I know that you got a crazy work schedule, so I'm feeling for you.
If I didn't have to work, we would rock and roll.
I know. But to be honest with you, I have some NyQuil calling my name. If y'all can't tell that I'm looking
12 hours today. I got to work at least 10 tomorrow and 12 Monday. So I've got a lot of hours right now I got to get taken care of.
Well, Bartermania is here. Hello. My dad's giving us 4 stars. And I just wanted to tell you, Amanda, thank you so much for being here, because that was like a special treat for me tonight. I didn't expect it. John said you were about to pull up the chair.
You requested her specifically.
Yeah. But I didn't think there's ever a chance that Amanda's actually going to come on a live with you. You guys froze a little bit, but it's okay. You look great.
Yeah. And Scott, you do get ignored. It's okay. Taking your wrench.
What?
It froze up on us a second.
Yeah, you guys froze up a little bit, but I just didn't think there was ever a chance Amanda was actually going to come on live with you, because she never pops in. You need to pop in more often on the videos, Amanda, and on when he's on with people. Pop in there with Carissa if you're home whenever he's on there. And yeah. Nikki and Gary said it best. They go to bed, Rachel. Get well. So you want to send them off? Do you know my catchphrase, John? Do you know my catchphrase that's at the end of videos?
Yeah, I do.
Will you say it?
Sure will. When you find the panties, buy the panties.
That is not.
Oh no, that's not it. I'm sorry.
That
Treat your
slogan.
business
That is it.
like your business.